We're going.
Mary, I know what I'm going to do tomorrow and the next day and next year and the year after that. I'm shaking the dust of this crummy little town off my feet, and I'm going to see the world. Italy, Greece, the Parthenon, the Colosseum. Then I'm coming back here and go to college and see what they know. And then I'm going to build things. I'm going to build airfields. I'm going to build skyscrapers 100 stories high. I'm going to build bridges a mile long. Well, you going to throw a rock? Hey, that's pretty good. What'd you wish, Mary?
Buffalo gals, can't you come out tonight? Can't you come out tonight? Can't you come out tonight? Buffalo gals, can't you come out tonight?
And dance by the light of the moon. What'd you wish when you threw that rock?
Oh, no.
Come on, tell me.
I want your cock and me. What's up, Greg?
I am good. And how are you today?
I'm good. Merry Christmas.
Merry whatever miss to you. Or
Well,
happy Festivus to you.
the Festivus for the rest of us. So,
Yes.
I got a lot of problems with you people, and you're going to hear about it right now. You're a disappointment to me, Greg. You're a big disappointment.
Oh Lord.
And you, Kruger. Oh, my dear God. Kill me now. Anyway, so what is going on, Greg? How are you, buddy?
Oh man, I've been good. Like I've just been like typing down this like novel I've been making.
Yeah, so I saw that, man. That's awesome, dude. How far into it are you already?
Right now like I am like say on my last two chapters. I'm just about to be finished up with
No shit.
the Penelope, yeah, with the what is it called?
First
Um
draft?
no, the penultimate
Oh, the penultimate. Yeah, so
yeah, penultimate, what a word
yeah,
for Latino.
yeah, penultimate meaning the 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 second to last thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you will learn that if you know racing.
Actually, I learned that word from the Twilight Pone. No, I'm kidding. I mean I heard him use it, but I already knew it. Yeah, they use it a lot for the race before the last race of the season. The
Yeah,
penultimate race.
or the penultimate lap or whatever.
Yeah, it's just for guys behind a mic to sound smarter than they really are.
Which works,
Yeah, like
especially
me.
if you're British.
Yeah, like me. You're not going to get that out of me. But I'm smarter than most of you listening to me right now. I can prove it. I mean, I don't like to brag, but yeah, I'm intelligent as shit. So
Hey,
anyway,
hey.
I'm not going to brag. So just take my word for it. Greg, you ever taken an IQ test?
No,
Neither have I. You know why?
'cause they can easily be staged or it's just bullshit.
Well, people less smart, like people less intelligent than me, made the test. Therefore, it is flawed to start with, and I waste my time.
Well, that's true.
Thank you. So moving
Yeah.
on. So Greg here. Greg, how long have you been listening to this voice?
Oh Lord. Uh,
I'm
this is
curious.
gonna sound like so dark, but probably the weekend or the week after, like this sprint car driver named Brian Clausen died. Yeah,
Oh,
it was a very morbid start to like say listen to you.
oh, right on. But yeah, I mean, we didn't shy away from it. Which, if we did Justin Wilson, 2 days afterwards when we were there when it happened, yeah, we're not going to shy away from any of that. It's just it comes with the territory.
Yeah,
You take the good with the bad, you know. Um, Unfortunately, it was really close to home for us. Really close to
it
home.
was.
Like of all the people, it it had to be the guy that tasked me into starting doing this. It's, sucked. Really sucked. But great news. uh, Trans Am will be announcing on January 1st a multi-year deal with the Audible flagging system.
That is beautiful.
The contract,
That's
yep, everything's signed, everything's dotted. It's just, yeah, it's awesome, man. And the that the part owner, the majority owner of Trans Am, Mike something.
yep.
Um,
Mike
he
Jokum.
no, that's
I know.
no Mo. That's the Pit Lane Parlay. That's right. Everybody check out his show. Really proud of him. You know, it's a big step to take, a lot to take on, a lot to start. You know, and you know, I hope nothing but the best for him. And it was actually morbid how we met, Mike and I, and Missy. It was right after Chester died from Lincoln Park. I'm still not over that, dude. I still,
Wow, it really hit home.
uh, I, yeah, and Mike, you know, he was huge. He is a huge Lincoln Park fan, and I mean, I'm not a crier, Greg. Greg, are you a crier?
When like some serious shit happens, or well, not really, but whenever actually yeah, whenever like some serious shit happens, yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Me personally, like I don't. I guess I'm considered an introvert to an extent. I'm not an outrovert by no means. Well, I mean, people might disagree with me right now who's listening to this, but you know, because I
But
always
you don't go out to like say a bar like say every weekend.
no, I don't. I'm allergic to alcohol, so
I mean, yeah, if you know what I'm saying.
yeah. Like I'm not Mr. Social, guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, but but the definition of an introvert and an extrovert are people just like there's some people that they express their emotions way too much, right? That's an introvert, right? Then there's normal people that I guess exert it when it's I guess normally expected is a good way to put it. Um,
Yeah.
and then an introvert is somebody who they're staring at you know the third family member within 3 months in a funeral home, and they haven't shed a tear once yet.
That's us.
Yeah, that's me. So Chester, on the other hand, I found out about that. I I I lost my shit. Holy God, did I break down? I don't know about you, man. I fucking lost it in my work van. I was oh my goodness. I had to call Pez. He didn't understand a word I was saying.
Oh Lord.
I had to call Pez. I'm like, ah, and he's like, what's going on? What's happening? I'm like, he's dead. Oh my God, I can't believe
God.
it. Yeah. Well, Pez, Missy, and I, spent a good amount of money to go see them in 4 days. Probably, sooner. Yeah, 4 days. 4 days. 4 more days. And they were going to be in Philly playing, and we were going to be 10 rows away from the stage. Um, their
Oh, so you
expense.
didn't get a chance to see him, like say,
No, well, okay. Pez and I did get a chance to see Linkin Park once during the Thousand Suns tour.
right?
Um, I did that because he had a Chevy Extreme that he was selling, and he sold it to me for a great price, and I didn't have to pay him all the money at once. I paid him, you know, eventually. But he really looked me out. He helped me out, and as like a token of my appreciation, I surprised him. I was like, just make sure that you don't have anything to do at this date. I gave him plenty of notice. So, he still didn't know what we were doing as I parked at the Eagles, at the link there, even though the concert was being held at the Core State Center, which is across the street where the Flyers and Sixers play.
Right.
Um, He still had no idea what we were there for. He's looking around. There's nobody around. Obviously, it's not a football game on a Thursday night. Well, I mean, it might have been, but it wasn't. Anyway, and this truck had a system to Doifa. Okay, this thing was totally customed out. It won a few trophies. The original owner. Um, since then, new stuff had come out, so it wasn't even, no reason for me to go to these things. Plus, I wasn't into that anyway. Um, but the whole back, there was 310 set up. It was all custom. There were speakers everywhere.
Holy shit.
There was one main amp for the 310s, and then another main amp for the mids and the highs. The thing knocked, dude, knocked. And there's this one song on Thousand Suns where, the whole freaking truck just shook. It probably shook the earth underneath of it. Um, so Pez like, why am here? So what are we doing here? I'm like, just listen, right? So, and I played that, and he just looked at me with these like big eyes. He's like, no, and I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Let's go watch Linkin Park and put on a concert. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. Um, so yeah, we got to see him once. Um, I mean, they have so many great songs that they did do songs from like Meteoria. They did songs from, their first album, Hybrid Theory. But I don't know. I mean, have you been to a lot of concerts?
Oh God. Let's see how many. Um, there's enough that I can fit in my hand.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I've lost count myself. Yeah. I mean, my hands and my toes, just not enough. And I have 6 toes on each foot. Did you know that?
No.
I lied. I don't. That's why I never said it.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, no, that's a joke. I'm totally normal. My head's a bit large. My arms a bit short, and just a little pink cock. No, seriously. I said Cersei. This is just a baby. Anyway, I'm sorry, Oberyn Martell. I'm obsessed with Oberyn. I don't know why, man.
Right.
I'm just like the whole time that fight annoyed the shit out of me. I was great right up until he just kept on going. It's like, will you just get it over with, dude? You know he did it. I mean, do you need to hear him say it? Do you? Well, you got to hear it, buddy. And then, oh God, splash. Oh, I remember watching that for the first time, and it was so jarring, man. You remember that watching that for the first time?
It's been a while. It's been a long time since I've seen it, and my memory's like say pretty shot at various like points in my life.
It's like, you murdered her, you killed her, and you raped her. And he's just screaming this, and he would not finish him off until he said it. But dude got too close, man. Mountain was all playing, possum right there. And then he just smashes his head together, and it just explodes like a watermelon. That was a bit, I mean, it was jarring is what it was. I was like, because I did not, and like the look on Tyrion's face when that happened was priceless. Like, oh shit, I'm dead. Uh-oh. But anyway, I digress. That's Game of Thrones stuff, people. You should come to expect that on Way Off Topic Radio here. Oh yeah, that's right. Way Off Topic Radio, everybody. Welcome. Oh God. Yep, Way Off Topic Radio. Um. Now, yep. Greg, take it away, man. Topic. Floor is yours, brother.
So let's check. So have you checked my tweet to you?
I don't know. When did you send it?
It was a while back. It was not that long ago. I'm talking about, like, say, like a few minutes ago.
No.
The dolphin.
Oh, um, yeah. You're not the only one, by the way. I've gotten a bunch of them. A lot of gay dolphin fucking on my Twitter. Not per se on my Twitter feed, but I've been getting a lot of DMs of it because a lot of people love live DMing me when they listen to these shows, which is fine. I encourage it. It's fun. I don't see them half the time because it's either I either have it muted or whatever because I have to half the time. Otherwise, my
Right.
phone will just go link, 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 and shut off. I get so many notifications at one point. Um, but I have to still have them on, right? So I get some stuff, but I'm looking. Um, Thank you, Greg. That's great. That's good stuff. Actually, I've gotten that 4 times now from other people. Oh, Jesus. For what purpose? That's a good one.
Oh Lord.
Uh, who's it? Did you send me this?
Which one?
This was at 1:24 a.m.
Yeah.
3 retweets, 13 likes from Paul Main 3
Oh, let me check on this tweet right now.
at FACTTTSS. Facts.
But yeah.
Facts. That's
Because
cr-
apparently, somebody took another, like, fact. Like Billy Corgan, like his at symbol, whatever it's called, is Billy.
yeah. How the hell did he get that Twitter name? I mean,
Uh,
he was on the ground floor of that. I guess so.
Money.
No, no, no. He was on the ground floor. That's
Oh,
I know that for a fact, by the way. Yeah, I know why Billy Corgan has at Billy on Twitter. Literally, Billy. I was like,
yep.
you know how hard it is to find a 5-letter word that has not been used yet? I mean, my
That's already been, like, used.
well, see, I sort of have that, but I had to cheat a little bit, which isn't very conducive. So when I got to say people my Twitter, it's at LLNKZ instead of links, because then they put an I, and they'll never find me,
Right.
because it's just a lowercase l. But hey, I got it. It's 5 letters with no numbers. Anyway, but yeah, apparently, he heard this thing Twitter started. I think he invested actually, and when he picked the username, Billy wasn't taken yet. So it must have been like day 2 of Twitter existence. Billy Corgan got Billy, son of a bitch.
It's a better investment than, like, that wrestling company he owned, because that wrestling company is shit.
Well, compared to the rest of them being shit, that's saying that's that's terrible. What is it?
Um, TNA.
Tits and ass, huh?
Yes.
Tits and ass wrestling, everybody. It's all women. Some
But it's
guys, we don't
actually,
judge.
yeah, that's what it's actually called. Total non-stop action, but that's how people, like, say, perceive it. Like, it's supposed to be a pun, but, like, it's a pun that backfired so much.
I mean, yeah, because, okay, if it's a bar or like if it's like a strip club, great name. A wrestling federation, though, not so much. No, it's like a pizzeria, TNA Pizza. That's funny. Doesn't work at all. Doesn't make any sense. I mean,
TNA podcast on a podcast.
uh, hey, there's the title, everybody. TNA podcast on Web Topic Radio. Right on, Greg. So, um, So I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos lately, going down these weird rabbit holes of just weird YouTube videos, and I came across a really well-produced YouTube channel called Secure Team, right? Dude's
Great
name is
guys.
Dude's name is Tyler. At first, his earlier videos sounds just like that dude who was always trying to get Meg, right? But he had braces, and
Mort or
he
whatever his name is.
who?
I mean, the
Mort?
kid with the braces. Is it Mort?
I think it's no. Mort's his dad.
Yeah, well, Mort's his dad.
Is he Mort Jr.?
No,
What the
it's
hell
a
is his
different
name?
name. It's some Jewish name.
uh, Jesus?
Um.
Well, it's Christmas, so I figure.
All right, let's
Hey,
see.
guys, don't get mad at me. He was He was Jewish after all. It's just a fact. I guess apparently it's a fact. Yeah, I'm not moving on. Okay. So says someone through here somewhere.
Neil.
Neil? Oh, it is
Yeah,
Neil. It is Neil. That's right.
Neil
That's right.
Goldman.
Neil Goldman. Poor Neil. Yep. Yep. President of the AV Club, and he is the AV Club.
Do you know
So
what? Steve has a better chance of like say tapping Meg than Neil.
Steve?
Yeah, Steve from American Dad.
Uh, uh, Steve's all right. He's just a geek, really.
Yeah, but he has a better chance of getting her.
Dude, geek culture, right? I mean,
Yeah,
geeks are in, jocks are out, right?
yeah.
Apparently. Well, thank goodness that wasn't the case back in 2000. Even though I was both.
All right. You know what? Let's get back to the security team because I actually like that channel like say a lot.
Now, the reason I like him is now on the podcast that me and Phoenix West do. Yeah, he picked Aliens, right, for the first one we ever did.
Yep.
And these people on this podcast, it's one thing to present phenomena and talk about it and discuss logically what could be, exhaust all of that, and just come to the realization that you just don't know what the fuck it is, right? That's one thing. The logical way to approach things scientifically, right? Intellectually. Quite another to talk about it like it's fucking canon. And if you don't know what canon means the absolute truth, right? This is what happened, and now that's fact, right?
Hashtag critical thinking.
Right, exactly. What Greg said. So, um, how he approaches it is he will literally, like, you. I don't know if people know this, but you know how Google Earth, you can fly around the planet and look at stuff?
Yep.
Well, that's because satellites orbit this goddamn planet, right? A whole shit ton of them. Well, not many people realize that we have a shit ton of satellites orbiting the moon and Mars. We have 16 satellites constantly in constant orbit over Mars, and pretty soon a Tesla Roadster, because I guess Elon Musk just doesn't know what to do with all his money. He's like,
Yeah, I mean, LA got like say an eye full of like whatever they saw.
you know what, L.A. The people in L.A. are dumb as a brick. I'm sorry, guys, but it's only the 18th launch from Vandenberg Air Force Base. That's in Southern California, and this is the 18th freaking launch from there. So, listen, everybody. If you think you're seeing a UFO, and it obviously has propulsion, signs of propulsion behind it, it's man-made. We're burning fossil fuel to shoot that fucker up there, okay? Or, well, I guess he's not, is he? Because it's not fossil fuel that he's burning. He's burning hydrogen, um, oxygen, um, shit. Whatever it is, it exists on Mars, and the whole thing about the Falcon 9 rocket is it's like 90% reusable. For some reason, they can't reuse the second stage booster rocket that does fall to the ocean. They just go retrieve the bitch. They don't even bother painting it. Why bother? You know, it's just gonna fall into the ocean next week. So, but this freaking rocket that is as tall as the Empire State Building, by the way, lands itself every time it takes off. It lands itself on, like, within, I would say, 4 feet of a bullseye on the ground. It's insanity. You ever see this thing land?
No, I haven't seen it yet. But
But
looking at like say what I saw on YouTube, Jesus Christ, that is so beautiful.
yeah, see, the reason why it took off at 5 o'clock in the morning, and that's another thing. People kept saying it was at night. No, it wasn't at night. It was 5 o'clock in the damn morning. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was at night. It was 5 o'clock in the morning GMT time. If you guys don't know what that means, I don't either. It's it's a time zone over near London, I believe, that is the time that the rest of the world bases its time off of, whether you go east or west, right?
Yeah.
So that's where time starts, I guess, and and you go off of that, like, because iRacing uses that time.
Yeah, I remember like say using that when I used to play on Sim Raceway.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of sims do it because if it's a worldwide sim, obviously, because the internet's worldwide for now. You know, yeah, way to go, guys. Wait, yeah. This is what I mean. Like, this vote was more important than anything we ever voted for before in our lives, and nobody voted. Did you vote?
No.
Neither did I. You know why? Because they didn't freaking publicly just come out with it. You had to literally search it. And good luck even finding where to vote at. I tried. I spent 2 hours trying to find where to vote at. Had no idea.
It's
A,
not necessarily that. It's most likely it's exclusive to them, not us.
no, we did have a say, actually. That's where people get it wrong. Say, this is still a democracy. Companies that operate within this country can't do whatever the fuck they want.
Right.
You know what I mean? It has to come to a vote. Now, um, we do have a say in that. It's just, uh, it's the whole information thing. Where can you find it? Where do you go? There's nowhere to go. It was a website that nobody advertised or anything. But a lot of websites took advantage of it and clickbaited the shit out of everybody, saying vote here to for not net, to keep net neutrality going, right? And good luck.
All what you could do is like contact your representatives and sign a petition.
Right, and because they always listen to the people. They only listen to the people as they're running. They don't listen after they're elected because it's over now, you
Right.
know? So it was a lose-lose for us. But in a way, they still gave us a chance. So I suppose the system was in place. Just we don't know how to use it properly, apparently. Or we do know how to use it, but the powers that be make it so difficult for us to use it, and in the end, it doesn't matter anyway, because it was really just a suggestive vote, really, if you think about it. You know, like yeah, contact your congressman or your local whatever representative, right? Okay, then what? They'll say we'll look into it. I'll take it under advisement. I'm going to do whatever I want to do anyway. But thank you for wasting my time. Is is like I would actually respect a politician if they said that to me. Okay, I'm not going to go down this road. Um, but
I, well, I want to go back to like say the SpaceX thing.
okay, yes.
So why not instead of like say putting a rocket that goes to Mars, why not SpaceX team up with Google and Amazon and actually make a legitimate Santa Claus?
They are.
All right, so when?
With next year. Don't laugh. It's not a joke.
I'm sorry, but it's just the thought of like say Santa being real again.
I mean, a type of Santa that can circle the globe in about 30 minutes. It's pretty insane.
Pretty much.
Well,
What I
that's what
really
they're gonna
want to.
do. No, I'm not joking. That's what they're doing. Because, see, here's the thing. Costs a lot of money to get your ass to Mars, apparently. Elon, where is he from? I can't place his accent. I
Could
cannot
be
place that goddamn accent. I can't place the name. I've never met an Elon with an O. I've never, I mean, the closest I've ever heard was Elion, and that was a Cuban, and I doubt he's Cuban.
there's
Um,
Elan,
okay.
like those race cars.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that Pro Mazda.
Yeah, and a lot of like say sports cars that are being made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, like, where are they made?
Uh,
See what I mean?
that sounds French.
Could be. He doesn't look French to me.
He could be like say that guy from the room. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Tommy Wiseau or whatever his name is. Um,
From the what?
from the room.
What's that?
You haven't like say seen the that movie, The Room.
No.
So I guess you haven't seen The Disaster Artist.
No.
Wow.
I don't watch a lot of TV, buddy.
Oh no, that's a movie.
I don't watch a lot of movies either. Because that would be me watching TV or actually going to a movie. I've been trying to see Star Wars for 2 weeks now.
Oh no, this movie was made like say a long ass time ago.
I mean, like I have my movies, I have my TV shows that I like to watch. By the way, Dark on Netflix. Wow. I'm raving about it. And by the way, um, everybody can stop with the Stranger Things season 2 was awesome bullshit. It wasn't. It was the most boring ass shit I ever watched. Um, season 1 was great for a lot of reasons. Then they took those reasons in season 2 and smacked you in the face with it. You feel me on this? I don't know if you watched it.
It had a story. Um,
Yes.
that's all. Like I'm more of like say a story nut. Like if it
Now,
is really shitty, like then I'm obviously gonna tap out and like say not watch it. But that's what like say really like, kept me like say watching this show with the story.
yeah, that's what kept me going was I have to see this through because I spent enough time on season 1 loving it. I have to see this through to see what's going on, because there was enough of an interest with Will, and it's starting right off the bat again with Will. It's like we've done this already, guys. However, that thing was humongous. The Shadow Monster was pretty cool. Spoiler alert: if you haven't listened to watch Stranger Things yet, or Dark on Netflix, um, sorry, but I'm going to talk about it. Okay, Dark. You haven't seen it yet, right?
No, but you can spoil me because
No,
I
no.
care about the story. All right.
Well, I'm not going to spoil it for you. But just guys, listen to me. Dark on Netflix. Go watch it. It's great. It's fucking phenomenal. The writing is fantastic. The character development is it rivals George R. R. Martin in character development. Okay, I'm not joking. I am not fucking joking, man. Um,
Now,
and
is it in German?
yes,
All
well,
right.
yes, it is in German. Um, Good luck getting it to stay German um, without an English-speaking narrator to tell you what's going on top of English subtitles.
I'm okay with that. I watch a lot of anime.
Yeah, but they talk so goddamn fast that the subtitles are so delayed
Oh
that
Lord.
it's it's worth it just for the story's sake, so you don't miss anything. Like right now, I'm into like I think there's 9 or 10 episodes in this season. Season one, the way it's going, I can't see there being a season two, but then again, you never know. But the way it's going, once they figure out what the hell's going on, it's just going to be done. You know, I can't see season two, but then again, if it makes money, they'll figure some way out to make season two. People will watch it. They'll get their money's worth, but they'll butcher it all to hell. You know what I mean?
Of
And
course.
it'll be terrible. And that's why Banshee went out the way it went out. Banshee was like, you know what? We're running out of shit to do. That we can only do so much with these people. So season four is it, and it's going to be shortened. Okay, that's it. But you know what? I'm glad they did it because season four, with it even being shortened, was a little bit uh, like season one was amazing of Banshee. Season two, I can't believe they outdid season one. And then season three, I can't believe they outdid season one and two. Holy shit. Season four, on the other hand, was all right. We're running out of gas. We're on fumes. We see the gas station ahead. So even if we run out, we can still walk to the gas station. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at least it ends, and a whole lot of shows you just can't say that about. So if you haven't seen Banshee, I highly recommend it. It's on Cinemax on demand if you don't have Cinemax, which you probably don't. Um, Amazon Prime, and it is popping up here and there. Um, but Cinemax has a app that you can either pay for streaming or I believe it's a 30-day free trial. Plenty of time to binge watch 4 seasons. They go very quickly. Um, and then cancel your trial because you don't need it unless you like B B-rated porn. I don't know. Personally, I don't, but if you're 13, you'd like it, I suppose. Greg,
You want to see what's her name? Shannon Tweed?
yeah,
Then that's
dude,
that.
it,
Whatever floats your boat.
dude, I was 10, you know, I was 10, and Shannon Tweed. It was always Shannon Tweed. She was in everything, but yeah, but nothing was in her, and that's the funny part. But she acted like there was. But it's like, listen, when a girl's riding a dude's stomach, it's
Of
like,
course.
I mean, either he's fucking her in the ass or she's just faking it, and she's great at faking sex, I guess. I don't want to watch that. So Shan Tweed, just, I'm glad she's done with though. I mean, ugh. I mean, I watched that Family Jewels a few times. Is that what it's called? Is that what it's called? You know, Gene Simmons, that show. Is it called
Uh,
Family Jewels?
I barely watch TV as well.
Yeah, trust me, I'm pretty like I don't like Kiss. I've never liked Kiss. I think they suck. They're not good musicians. They've never had a good song. They were just a sideshow. Okay? If they were good musicians, they wouldn't have to paint themselves up the way they do. You know? It's pretty much a circus you're going to watch. That it's a musical. So
Now, speaking of people like say painting themselves in the face in painting themselves like that. What about ICP?
They are trash. And
Thank you.
listen, Loitering in Wonderland, YouTube, Phoenix West, everybody, Phoenix West, the great Phoenix West. If you've been following what I've been doing, my extracurriculars, other than ICP, which I know sounds a lot like ICP, it just circumstance. I realized it after we named it. I hate
And no,
ICP.
he doesn't paint his face.
Who, me?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Only when I'm getting paid. So, listen. And then that's extra, let's be honest. Yeah, I mean, the more I put on, the more you're paying. That's just how it goes, Greg. Don't ever sell yourself cheap, buddy. You always remember that.
Hey, that's why I have a Patreon.
There you go. That's right. And my first Patreon ever, you know who that was? The biggest supporter of ICP, Greg Miron. Everybody.
Oh yes, indeed.
The Salvadorian, slightly Greek super fan of ICP. No, but honestly, Greg, from Missy and I, we've said it to you before. I will say it to you again, dude. Your support of us has been like far and beyond what we could ever have hoped anybody ever doing, and we can't thank you enough, man. Really, we really can't.
Hey, no problem.
I remember when I called you on your birthday. Remember that?
Oh yeah, that's the first time we ever talked.
Yeah, you had no idea that I was going to do that. I just
No.
You were like, hello? And I'm like, yo, is this Frank? You freaked out. I'm like, calm down, dude. I'm just a man like you. I'm just a man. But anyway, no, it was cool. It was your birthday and all, and I was like, you know what? He's been so supportive. I gotta, yeah, I'm just gonna call him. Fuck it. So yeah, Facebook Messenger, you can call people through, which is.
And I assume we were gonna plan like an episode.
What's that?
Of ISCP.
Yeah. You know what? ICP is such a weird thing, man. It's how we do that show. People think we're highly like we're highly like organized. We're not.
Oh no, I've seen the inner workings of it.
Oh yeah. It's pretty much I mean, Christian's awesome because I mean, he's like Johnny on the spot, man. I hit him up like, when you free tonight? Around 9. Cool. I'll see you then. All right. That's it. Christian's on. Spencer Piggott, he's in the headlines. I'm like, well, I always try to go for the drivers that are in the headlines of motorsport.com. I feel as though motorsport.com is the best racing news website you can possibly follow to get the most accurate racing news in the racing world. Racer is not. I've been successfully blocked by Marshall Pruitt, Marco Andretti, Pippa Mann. Let's see, who else have I totally trashed?
Why Pippa?
Why Pippa?
Yeah.
This is the third time she's blocked me, by the way.
Oh no.
Well, because look, I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. I won't. I refuse. I refuse.
Yeah.
I'm going to speak, and when I know a lot about something and I see what I see a lot of behind the scenes shit now, okay? So, and with Pippa, when you're on a podcast and you're about to race the Indy 500 and your exact quote is, I still don't know what all the colorful pretty buttons on the steering wheel do yet. I lost my mind. I'm like, I fucking know what they do, bitch. Like, I was so mad. I'm like, Oh, can you rub it in anymore that you're there because the money got you there? That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Your willingness to do it. You have a certain, uh, you are media savvy, and she is. She fools a lot of people. People love her. They love her, dude. I mean, dude, just jump on one of the best IndyCar fan pages known to man. My good buddy William Hamby. It's I believe it's called 1911 to present open wheel. I believe.
No, it's actually American open wheel history.
Oh, I knew he was changing it.
Yeah,
I,
he removed like the dates.
okay.
Yeah, because
Well,
it's kind of like say a little bit like confusing because American open wheel like started in 1905.
right, but he's only. But see, and here's the thing. He's only concerned with IndyCar. So as far as Indy's concerned, it's
I mean,
1911.
that is actually a part of the IndyCar championships, the ones before like.
Right, but I mean, it's called IndyCar because of Indianapolis. So,
All right, because of the whole like name change and like
right,
yeah,
like IndyCar didn't become a mainstream thing until Indianapolis was built. So, in that bred open wheel oval racing, I guess.
right.
It was the first oval that. Well, no, it wasn't. Monza was, I think.
No, it was Milwaukee. I mean,
Milwaukee was older than Monza. I don't think so.
was it?
I don't know, man. It doesn't. Monza looks so much more older than Milwaukee did. Milwaukee was flat. Monza is half of a pipe, pretty much. Like there's no walls because you figure if you cut a pipe in half sideways and race on that, I mean the wall's already there, right? That didn't stop the cars from flying off the goddamn Opalo and into the trees and getting killed. So all those black and white videos of those cars just flying off of this, the racing, and they just go flying off into the trees, that's
Okay,
that's
yeah.
Monza. Am I right?
No,
Um,
that is Monza.
no, I know it's Monza, but it's almost a 3 mile oval, and it's totally round. There is no straightaway. There is now, but that's because of the F1 track that exists. They don't use the oval anymore. It's too dangerous. But if you do want to race the oval, go on iRacing. It's kind of fun. You never finish a race. It's impossible to finish a race.
Yeah,
It's almost impossible to not crash. It really
I've
is.
seen a lot of YouTube videos on it.
Yeah, I mean, about lap two, people just see how high in the air they can propel themselves. Like Jay and I, we used to have a lot of fun seeing how high we could go. It was kind of insane. But yeah, um,
So I actually have like say the facts. It broke ground in May of 1922.
what about Milwaukee?
Milwaukee, because they keep hyping it as the oldest racetrack.
That doesn't
Milwaukee.
exist anymore. I mean, aren't they plowing it over?
No, it's still there.
It still
Um,
exists then? All right.
yeah, I mean, no, like they still have races with like ARCA and whatever small minor league racing that they
All
have.
all stock car though, right?
Sadly.
Yep.
But I also assume like they have like
SCCA does not do ovals.
no, I mean like track days because there's
Oh,
like
right,
a
right.
small road, yeah, road course that's built in.
I've never heard once a team from IndyCar going to Milwaukee to test anything. It doesn't exist. Doesn't happen.
Yeah,
Which
that's
just leads me to believe that it's just never going to happen ever again. Milwaukee is just a thing of the past. You might as well consider it just a parking lot.
yeah, that really gets me like say really upset.
But see, I
But
don't. But not for nothing. But I mean, like I've seen the crowds there. or lack of crowd there. I don't get it because the fan base is there. Because Road America, it has been amazing. I mean,
Yes.
record breaking even. It's literally been, man. Like, it's record breaking. It's like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The place is jam packed. I mean, MRTI is front and center, and it's great to see, man. The stands are totally packed. Everywhere you look, there's people watching USF 2000 race, and people are getting into it. It's just like it's so awesome to see because when we started going to races back in 2011 and all, and we started really getting into MRTI, we were really into MRTI before we ever started the show. So when we started the show, we had a few drivers on from IMSA, had Tristan Vautier on, had Justin Wilson on, but then we started to have like Parker Thompson and different drivers like that. And it just, they were just more interesting to talk to. I'm sorry. Eric Filgaris, for example, it kills me that he's not racing, but it has to do with money. I was really hoping that that commercial that he did would kind of take off and play a lot more. I haven't seen it lately,
Oh
but
no.
he was in a commercial. What's the matter?
Wow.
What? What?
No. I mean, like, I can. No, I mean, no. What I was meant to say is like, shit. I can't believe they removed that commercial.
Oh, it's not even available to stream?
No. I mean, like, that is on TV. That is not on TV.
But it was awesome that it was on TV for like Monday Night Football, Sunday Night Football. I mean, he was
Yeah.
prime time, baby. I'm like, look, there's Eric. So weird. And then
Yeah.
I call him. I'm like, I'm watching you work out. Um,
But I
cool.
think it has to do with like probably the low ratings as well.
What do you mean? Or probably low sales.
Yeah, probably low sales, low rating with the NFL.
Um, yeah, well, Sunday Night and Monday Night Football is still the most watched TV show uh, on TV. It's. I mean, Game of Thrones doesn't even come close.
Right.
And Game of Thrones has the record for the most watched TV show, series ever. I think it was Battle of the Bastards took the lead, and then the finale after that took the lead, and then I believe season 7, episode 1 took the lead. Then it petered down a little bit because it deserved to. But the end of season 7, the 2 episodes, they took the lead again. So,
Yeah.
and they deserve to. So it is what it is. Season 8 is going to be monumental because everybody's going to catch up by then. I mean, people who have been like resisting the Game of Thrones phenomenon for some odd reason. I don't know why you torture yourself like that. Just give in to it already. Enjoy life. Stop hating everything. But anyway, I digress.
Unless you're poor.
Huh?
Unless you're poor.
Unless you're poor. Not really. HBO. I mean, come on, it's the internet. You know how easy it is to just pirate shit. I could do it right now if I wanted. But HBO Go app. I mean, it's so cheap. If you don't have $11 to spend,
Daily Motion.
Who?
Daily Motion.
This is an explicit. I can't hear you, Greg. Just say what you're going to say, dude.
Daily Motion.
I don't know what that means.
It's the poor man's version of YouTube. Daily Motion.
Oh, oh, is that why Don got all silent and was like, "Shut up" when I mentioned Cody? Oops.
Yeah.
There
Let's
you
not
go.
go into that road.
Yeah, I mean, not for nothing. I tried once. I don't know how to do that. That's like cracking a safe open. But apparently there is a combination. People know it. Anyway,
I want. So there's two things I want to talk about, like Milwaukee. So It broke ground in 1899, and then it opened in 1903.
So it is the oldest track.
Yep.
When was Trenton built, I wonder? Because that's long gone.
Oh yeah, it's all houses now. It's
Trust
still
me,
available on Odd Factor.
you know what? And Christian does a lot of sim racing over at Racecraft One at PitFit Training in Indianapolis. So most of all the drivers that I get on, it just so happens Christian knows them. I don't know this going into it half the time. Most of the time, actually. It's
Do you know
just
what?
like, yeah. What's up?
We have a new winner for the
Who?
oldest track. Even though it's still dead. Even though it's dead, it's trending. It opened in 1900.
At Trenton?
Yep.
Really?
Trending. Yeah. 1900. Closed 1980.
Somebody should take the exact replica of that track and put it someplace else.
No, tear down the whole lot.
Trust me, New Jersey's too. I mean, I can't believe they put New Jersey Motorsport Park in there and then did absolutely zero with it. So many people went and bought property in Millville because of that track, and they are eating their ass right now because it turned into a club track. That's it.
And they put a lot of hype into, well, not really, but they put some hype into, like, say, building an oval. Like this really different, like this oval that was, like, say, on the other side of the road.
It's nothing but trees.
No, it's nothing but trees there. I
It's the
swore,
pi-
like, I
it's the
saw
Pine Barrens.
Indy, yeah. I thought that it would be big enough for IndyCar to get there, but nope.
No, and here's the thing: it is. Even New Jersey Motorsports Park, it is big enough for Indy to race there. They just have to extend, the sand traps or whatever, the runoffs.
Not
Eh,
really, because there wasn't any like sand traps in New Orleans in NOLA.
well, yeah. I mean, they do race in the cities, but they do have runoffs there. Like there is a stipulation of how fast you're going into a turn, and then there's an equation of how much of a runoff if you miss the turn you have to have, or or a amount of safer barriers or tire barriers or something like that. That's why everybody freaks out about Long Beach with those tire barriers that stick out that everybody clips, right? They have to be there because that's at the end of a front stretch. That's why they're there. And everybody's like, "Why are they there?" It's so if people miss it, they don't go headfirst into a concrete wall. Like
Yeah, and even with like say those really new tech foam barriers that's used in like Formula E and Formula One, I highly doubt that that'll even like say work as well with like say a much like heavier Indy car.
exactly. So that's why the tire barriers are there. There
Yes.
you go, I guess. Um,
So I have like this idea.
okay.
Like, have you seen like Phoenix West's new video?
Uh, the Burn in Hell, the things I hate.
Yes.
I think Casinos is
Yes.
his latest one. Yes,
Yes.
yes, I watched it.
So why not you legalize gambling in Wisconsin and you build a casino at the Milwaukee Mile so people get to bet their money on it. It goes to the track, but in exchange they get free beer.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, you're going off the fact that he's in Arizona and they don't give out free anything.
Well, yeah, but in Missouri, like,
Well, see, here's the thing. That those casinos in Arizona, that's an anomaly of a casino not giving you free alcohol when you gamble. I've been to a lot of casinos in a lot of different states, and it's all the same. As long as you're gambling, sitting down at a table, your drinks are free. That's how it is in Atlantic City. That's how it is in Vegas. That's how it is in Florida. How it is in Connecticut. Pennsylvania, New York. Let's see what other casinos I've been in, what other states. There is actually a casino in Wisconsin. I haven't been there, but I would assume it's the same. Arizona, on the other hand, um, that's because they're owned by Indians, the Indian tribes. You know what I mean? And not all, and they're the only Indian tribes that have the casinos in Arizona where nothing is free. You pay out the ass for everything.
Right, because they need the money.
No, they don't.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not like. Look, I don't know if you've ever been to an Indian reservation.
no.
Um, yeah, it's like it's very poor, very poor.
Yeah, I've heard of
Not
stories about it.
Yeah,
That I know.
but surrounding these poor areas, there's a big, fancy, shiny casino that's just printing money, and they don't put it back into the community, which they say they do.
Oh,
They don't.
okay.
Yeah, they're just like everybody else, greedy as shit. Okay, and it is what it is. Vegas, on the other hand, I mean, Vegas is really an anomaly, really. You come over to Atlantic City and see what happens when casinos go up. There's two casinos now. That's it. That actually have an entrance onto the boardwalk. The boardwalk is a scary place now. It was a scary place when all the casinos were open. Okay?
Then Sandy came.
No, Sandy had nothing to do with it.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, no. Sandy had nothing to do with it. I don't know what it's because of what had happened to the rest of the city. It's just a shithole. It's a real shithole. Um, it's you don't feel safe at all walking around. Um, so yeah, I mean, you used to just walk down the boardwalk and pop into any casino you wanted. There was 10 of them, 12 of them, whatever. Now there's two, and they're so far apart. They're about a good 5-minute taxi ride from one another. Now try to walk that on the boardwalk. Good luck.
Now, was it more friendlier back in like say the 1990s or in the early 2000s? Jersey?
There, no,
Oh,
it's gotten a lot worse, but it was never good.
would you
No.
blame Jersey Shore for everything?
What, the show?
Yeah,
That's North Jersey.
I know, but would you blame it on like say that?
No,
Ah,
there's nothing to do with it. No, see, Trump owned everything, and then he was gearing up to run for president, and you can't own casinos and be a president.
of course.
So he sold them all to, I don't know who he sold them to, not other casinos. I'll tell you that much. It is what it is. Um, you know, a lot of jobs lost. That's the problem. One casino goes down, a lot of jobs get lost, and it's just a trickle-down effect. But when you put casinos up, the surrounding area becomes shit because everybody there, you know, they're broke and then they can't get anywhere because it's on a fucking island.
I mean, it's like Detroit.
I don't know. I've never been there. Yeah, okay. Detroit's a good example because Detroit was booming when all the car manufacturers were there, right?
Yeah, and then it trickled down to three major ones.
I thought it was just two.
I mean,
Chevy and
well,
Ford.
yeah, I mean, yeah, just Chevy and Ford. I
Yeah,
mean,
Dodge isn't there.
no, they're
Uh,
in like Europe or something.
what, Mopar?
I mean Chrysler. I mean, because they merged with Fiat.
Yeah. I think they may. No, you know what? They used to be there. Yeah. I mean, Harley Davidson is still in. Milwaukee. Milwaukee is a great city, by the way. Love it, man. Beautiful. Very clean city. You feel safe walking around. Go right up to the waterfront, walk around. It's not very big. It's not a built-up city with skyscrapers or anything. I mean, they do exist, but it's like maybe five.
Like it's the ideal city.
It really is nice, man. We love going there. The problem is you got to try to get through Chicago to get there. That's the bitch.
Oh
God
Lord,
damn.
yeah.
There, we've tried to go through Chicago at every different type of a time of a day. There's no good time to go through that city. It took it, the GPS. Like I've two, we use a Garmin and then I use Google Maps, which is live time, right? The Garmin doesn't take into consideration the traffic, right?
Yep.
And it wants you to take the shortest route. The shortest route is basically hugging the Michigan Lake, which is insanity. Because that's driving right through the heart of Chicago. And good luck. So you deviate from that plan, and then the Garmin, says you're going to be even longer. And then, but Google Maps is literally 4 hours longer than the Garmin says. And that's because it's taken all the traffic jams into consideration. But at least it changes constantly, and it gets you around them. But yeah, that's a brutal ride to Road America, man. I mean, Iowa is brutal because it's long, but it's not like brutal because of the traffic. Road America is brutal because it's long and there's a shit ton of traffic. But that's why we stop at Milwaukee and then we drive an hour into Road America. So, really want to move there, to be honest. But we'll see what happens. It's either there or Florida, and I don't like Florida too much because I don't like the heat.
Right.
I'm not a hot kind of guy. I don't do well in the sun. So anyway, we're turning this into an ICP episode.
Of course.
Yeah,
ICP Uncensored.
yeah, there you go. ICP After Dark.
Yeah. So,
anyways,
how, um, let's get back to, like, say, Stranger Things.
Yeah, okay.
So, what did you
Season
think
2.
about, like, say, the last few episodes of it?
Phenomenal.
All right.
See,
I dig it.
yeah, like season 2, that was torture getting up to the last 2 episodes. It really was.
Of course.
I can't believe Nancy and what's his face saved the show. They really did. Until they went and fucked, that was a bit awkward. I'm sorry. It's always a bit awkward for me with these shows that have these like high school kids fucking. It's just weird.
I agree with you. That shit is, like, played out and, like, a waste of time.
I feel like sick. Well, I can't watch it. You know. There's one scene in Dark you're going to like.
Oh Lord.
Ooh, oh boy. I literally put my hands up to my the screen. I went, oh no, no, I can't watch that. Twice actually. Once was because I don't like gore and blood and shit. It turns my stomach. But the other one was teenage fucking. But whatever. But the rest of the show is amazing. Trust me. Watch it. Dark on Netflix. But Stranger Things. It was like the first 3 episodes was just, hey, this is what made us great. Last season was the nostalgia of the 80s, right? Recreating the 80s. And what season 1 did so well that made you feel that way is of all the little details that they didn't punch you in the face with. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
This season, on the other hand, he's literally flying a Millennium Falcon around. That's punching you in the face with 80s, okay?
What like turned me off like really much was like the whole KFC thing.
The what?
The KFC thing.
The KFC thing.
Yeah, when like they were,
Oh my
yeah,
God. So awkward. So awkward.
and the fucking product placement with that, like, what the
Oh.
fuck?
Hey, and I agree. The 11 secret spices are great. I love KFC. I don't know. I, I didn't have a big problem with the product placement. Look, I get how these things work. You know, in order for you to get the great content that's out there, it has to be paid for. All right? So it's a necessary evil. It really is. It's like racing. Do you really think it was I wish there wasn't advertising, you weren't just blasted with Coca-Cola and whatever wherever you go.
Oh no, it's not
Unfor-
that.
what do you mean?
No, I think it was what's his name? The why am I forgetting his name?
I don't know. Give me some hints here. I'll help you.
The you know what's
Hopper?
no, why am I forgetting her? Why am I forgetting her name?
11?
No, no, no. No, I'm still
Nancy?
no, yeah,
Barb?
Nancy's no, Nancy's ex. Nancy's
Oh,
ex.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
The Steve Dustin thing was weird.
Oh no, I
Is
was okay
Dustin
with that.
gay? Is Dustin gay?
No, it's just like a brother. No, it's like
A big brother crush?
no, it's like mm, it's more like
Dustin
a
was crushing on Steve. Okay.
yeah. I mean,
The whole
what I'm talking about is before we move on to that is when he said that it was finger licking good.
there was a joke.
Yeah, no, but
I
it
like
wasn't
we
that
we
slogan
s-
just used this year?
no
Oh, so it was used for a long time?
since since I was born.
Oh my God, we were just talking about the Mandela effect like when we were off air, so I might have had that moment.
Yeah, I mean it's always existed, buddy. It was
Yeah.
a joke because he said finger look good because that's the joke. That's the
Yeah,
advertisement.
no,
That's
I
the
thought it was like a completely different slogan, like
no.
wow.
Like what do you think they used to say? Just curious.
I don't even know. Like I think that they were like one of the few companies that like didn't like give a shit about like say slogans.
That's Burger King.
I, that's probably the reason why either like they didn't use like either they didn't like say use finger licking
Or
good that
Wendy's.
much or
That's Wendy's. I'm sorry, it's Wendy's.
I'm mixing those two.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like Wendy's doesn't really have a slogan, does it?
No.
I mean, Burger King is flame broiled, I guess is a slogan, I guess.
Yeah, or have it your way.
Yeah, 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 exactly. And then McDonald's is
Of course, I'm loving it.
yeah, yeah.
It's either that or I'm just oversaturated with slogans. That's probably why.
You are.
Yeah, and
We all are.
that and I'm like more of a Popeyes guy.
There's only a few around here, and I've just never gone. I'm a Crown Fried Chicken guy myself.
Man, they
But
don't have it in my area.
is there any really is there any drug sets around your area?
Yeah.
Then there is, and you don't know about it.
Oh
Because
gosh.
Crown Fried Chicken is open till 4 a.m. and they only exist where there's drug sets. I swear to God, dude. At least around here,
I mean,
I'm
there's
telling
not
you.
like a Sonic like say for miles here.
Sonic sucks. Sorry, we have one. I tried it once. I'm like, this is garbage. Oh my God, this is terrible.
But hey, I mean, like, you had the experience of like say trying Sonic.
If you want to call it an experience, I don't want to eat in my car all the time. Like, I don't want to park and eat in my car. If I'm parking, I'm walking in and sitting down at a fucking table.
I mean,
It,
but you're
it
going back to the 50s, man.
they're not on roller skates, bro.
Doesn't matter.
Well, I don't want the damn tray on my window. I always think it's gonna break. I don't
What is
know.
plastic?
No, it just seems to me like it's glass, and it's sticking up, and then you put this heavy tray
Oh
that's
shit.
that's gravity is keeping it there with the rubber and little hook, little like I don't know. It just to me it seems like it's a very good possibility that it could crack the window. I don't know. I mean, we have things called Stewarts here. You got Stewarts out there? Drive-ins, drive-ups, Stewarts.
No. Either
Yeah, I
that or
mean,
probably a few stores, like in like the richer areas.
like yeah, I mean they all kind of closed down around here now. They don't exist, but they used to. And Missy and I used to go to them all the time, but yeah. Now we go to California Tortilla a lot. Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on.
So, with that whole like Dustin thing that you have.
Way off topic radio, everybody. If you don't know, now you know. You know. Anyway,
You don't want to say that
so
word, man.
you know. Yeah, I
Well,
know.
no, like that.
What's that?
No, because you were quoting like say a Big E.
Oh yeah, that's why I said it.
Yeah, and you know, like say what he says, like say after that, you know, I told you you don't want to say that again. That's a reference
What?
to the Twilight Zone like review that you did with Phoenix West.
Yeah, he finally bleeped that out. Yeah, he finally did it. I was like, well, thank you, asshole. I couldn't believe he did that, man. I'm like, dude, you recorded me way out of context. I wasn't that wasn't me talking. I was I was saying what Patrice O'Neill was saying. Like his exact words were this, and I went on. But he didn't record that part. He just started recording halfway in.
Well, it depends on like say what podcast you're listening to, because
What? Some still exist with it?
no, I mean no, because I was able to hear like say almost the whole thing.
Oh, well, so yeah, but if you don't know who Patrice O'Neill is, then you still don't get it.
Oh yeah,
If anybody doesn't know, Patrice O'Neill was a African American comedian, one of my favorites, and he passed away.
a really funny one.
Oh, he
One of
was
the
the best,
legends.
man. Yeah, he's probably one of the best comedians people have never heard about.
Oh, of
It's a real
course.
shame too, real shame. But you know what? Just YouTube Patrice O'Neill, and there is gold for years on YouTube of Patrice, man. He
Right.
was great. He was great on Opie and Anthony. Great. Him and Anthony were just it was gold when him and Anthony started talking because you knew where it was going to end up. And Patrice was more than happy to indulge Anthony. He welcomed. See, I don't mind racism like this because at least it's you're being honest. He's like it's the fake racism I can't stand,
Of course.
and rightfully so. Um, you know,
So back again to Dustin and you're saying against him again
Steve.
and Steve.
Yeah. So they're walking down train tracks.
I
Uh,
didn't see a problem with this.
no, no, no. It was when Steve went out there with a bat, and he was about to fight Dart, but then all of a sudden, for some reason or another, now why was Dart in his trash can to begin with? I don't know why. They never explained that. And then two, where did all the other Demogorgons come from? Don't explain that. I don't get that. Didn't explain it.
Well, it's kind of easy.
Okay.
Cause
I'm all ears, man.
well, I don't. Well, the best way I can say it,
It took me out of it.
since they're not gonna like say retcon it, um, I assume that like say when Will like say threw up that like say little Demogorgon like leech to the sewers, it somehow ended up in his trash can. I mean that's the easiest like, explanation I can think of.
Nothing has ever ended up in my trash can that was in a sewer.
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, what did the little slug do? I mean, open the lid, climb in, and close behind him?
It's either that or it just
There was a hole in the bottom
or
of it,
just grew
maybe.
feet. Wait, it didn't
No,
grew. It didn't even have feet. So
no, he didn't grow. He grew feet in front of them in the school.
right. Okay, Okay, so I mean, for the other ones, I think it's pretty understandable. I mean, because I think they have like say the capabilities of like the real Demogorgon to like make like say those like patches to get through.
Yeah, I mean, because if Dustin never found Dart, he would just grow to a Demigorgon and be another one of the 100 that was there.
Yeah.
And it was very okay, when they were in the bus, and there was all those Demogorgons trying to get in, and the hatch was open up top, right?
Right.
It was too unbelievable that they all made it out of it okay. But the whole time you're watching it, you're like, there's no way that they're gonna kill all the kids. Okay? There's no possible way that's gonna happen. I didn't like the predictability of the season, of a lot of the season. Now, I couldn't predict, well, okay, I could predict the ending because it was almost verbatim, honestly, right?
Right.
Think about it. And then you take, the biggest, the big bad of season 1 was one Demogorgon, right? Just one.
Yep. Just one.
But the big bad of season 2 is not 100 of them. It's it's a bunch of tunnels.
Followed by like the Mind Flayer, which is an octopus that
Well,
kind of looks. Yeah,
the
the
vines,
vines.
yeah, the vines would move, and then what was those like poofs of black shit?
I guess that's mold.
No, that it was almost like a because when Hop breathed them in, he started getting all disoriented and shit.
You know what it reminds me of? And I don't think you've seen this movie, but I'll just say it anyways, just so that the listeners could kind of like say understand it. Um, there's this like Japanese like movie made by Studio Ghibli called like what is it? Valley of the Wind. Um, they had like say these like spores that would also do like say the same thing that would like say poison like say a person's lungs. And
Okay.
yeah, um,
I mean, black mold will do the same thing, really.
yeah. I mean, I would think that it would be like say mold because just of like
Yeah, but mold is in by itself a mold and nothing else. But in this case, it was part of the entire organism.
it probably might be cells or
De- a, def- a defense mechanism,
it's yeah, probably a
kind
defense
of like
mechanism or
kind of like it detected Hop as a virus inside of it, so it would release the equivalent of our white blood cells into him. Maybe I don't know.
now that you think about it, it's probably cell.
It makes sense.
Yes. Or if not, it could just be pollen for like yeah, it could just be plain old
No,
pollen, but no.
no, I don't think so. Because they only exploded on purpose because he was there, and obviously, I guess the shadow monster didn't want him there. But it was really hard to disconnect the shadow monster and him and how big he was, and then transfer him to a bunch of tunnels and vines. It was such a leap. It really was such a damn leap.
Right.
Um, Paul Reiser's character arc in this show was amazing. I didn't see it coming, how his character arc was. You know, I expected him to be another Brennan, but he wasn't.
Are we
And
talking about the new leader of
yeah, Paul
Hawkins?
Reiser.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul Reiser, great actor, man.
Oh man, I love
Um,
his how he's like portraying. I mean, how he did that.
he was the only one that gave a shit about Will.
Yeah.
Like I thought that they were just using Will to learn some shit, and then that's all they cared about. He was just a lab rat, and the rest of them treated him as such. But Paul Reiser was the only one that didn't. Excuse me. So that was interesting. And
Yeah.
then and then he's still alive at the end. I can't believe he's still alive. It was,
There is a theory with that as well because his leg was attacked,
yeah. Oh yeah. He was bitten. He was attacked. He was laying there.
so he
Hop.
could get like say the Will Byers treatment of like possession.
Well, and nothing says Will isn't cured either,
That's true as well.
because Will was pretty fine, in season one until the end there. Well, when he came back anyway,
Of course.
he wasn't acting the way he was afterwards. Um, and good on Will. What a great child actor he is, man. When he was standing in the middle of the field and the thing was entering him, and then when the shadow monster was exiting him, and him making that fucking face, that was nuts.
Of course. Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
I'm
and
sure there was
especially when he was like when he had that exorcism of like flames, like that acting was like say incredible too.
wait, which one?
When he was
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I know. Okay, yeah, because when you would hurt the organism, Will would scream. Yeah,
Oh
very
yeah.
interesting.
No, but also like say when they use like say the heat to like say remove the monster from him. Like that was also good acting as well.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah, that's what I
I
was talking
don't.
about.
Okay, but see, here's the thing. I don't like. I think um, that aggravated the shadow monster inside of him, right?
Yeah.
However, I do not think that just that got it out of him.
You know
I
what I
think
would agree with you.
it was just a coincidence that they figured out where they had to go, right? And 11 was there. And as soon as 11 showed up and started doing her thing, all of a sudden, Shadow Monster was bouncing because a bigger threat now.
Right.
So, but I think that Joyce and Jonathan are going to think that they caused that, which they didn't.
Man, that could be true as well. And there is like say one more thing, like in terms of like say the buyer's home, like they still have like say a freaking demodog inside the fridge.
What?
Yeah, they still have that demodog inside a fridge.
I don't think he's there anymore.
Um, then again, yeah, but it's still like say in like the freaking Earth.
Well, I mean, think about it. I mean, like, Dart grew to become a Demogorgon. Okay, there was in the fridge, and then it had to have grown and then left. So maybe that was another one that showed up when Steve was about to fight one with a bat. Um, the whole PC thing, like I don't like when TV shows do this just because of the time that we're in, you know,
Of course.
which good for Token, but I mean Lucas, um, good, good on him. Uh, Max K, her character was totally pointless to the whole story. Rudy was cringe worthy, to say the least. Really was. I think I even recorded the most douche chill moment of the whole season and posted it. I don't know if you saw it.
I may have.
Not. Yeah, it was just hey, big guy, you want to go for a ride in the Bobmobile? Oh my God!
Oh yeah.
When he said that, I went, oh God.
You know what? I laughed a little bit just because it reminded me of like say these like like happy-go-lucky family shows.
Well, it was just like there were, I guess, dudes back then that the jokes were just so damn bad. Trust me, my father was one of them. He had like 5 jokes total. Just recycled them over and over. I knew it was coming. And most of them were racist. We'd be watching an Eagles game,
Do you know what?
say,
Speaking of racism, I got really upset. Like say when people like say started complaining about like say the whole like Billy and Lucas thing. Yeah, and
Billy
like
and Lucas?
yeah, like
Who's
'cause
Billy? Oh, her stepbrother?
yeah.
Dude, what the? Okay, another character they focused way too much on, only for the final reveal. Like the whole time I'm thinking, what are these two up to? All right.
He
Why
turned
do
into a
they hate?
pussy.
Well, yeah, because his dad came home and you found out why.
Yeah,
But
that and
I
he
didn't care
her
because I had no, I had no emotional interest or investment in him other than he's a dick who tried to run over some kids with his Camaro. Like I thought he was just going to be like some steroid dude. Like he had way too much testosterone going, right? He wasn't cool. Like smoking a cigarette like it's weed or something.
um there are rumors that are circling around as well that he might be gay. That's what they're trying to make him. Which
Um,
is totally pointless because there's this thing going on with like what's his name with the mother
with his
of
mom.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but he didn't hit that. He could have.
He could have, but he knew that he was gonna get fucked by his dad.
Yeah, because he's terrified of the man.
Yeah, like a beta.
Yeah, I mean, he acts like he's an alpha, but he's not. See, and maybe that's what they were going for. Like he's doing all this shit, lifting weights and smoking a cigarette like he's really cool and shit, when really he's just a bitch. But not, but not for nothing. He did beat the shit out of Steve. Okay, um, sorry, he did.
Oh
And
no,
it
he
was funny,
clearly did.
Dustin. Yeah, and Dustin's like, when Steve finally wakes up and they're driving, and Dustin's like, "Hey, Steve, you there? Hey, dude, it's okay, man. I mean, you got the shit kicked out of you, but you're all right." I mean, and Steve actually got a few nice punches in there first. I thought Steve was going to win that fight, to be honest. But
Of
no,
course.
no, Steve got his ass kicked.
So
Poor Steve.
what did you think about that song that he was playing?
The what?
Uh, that Metallica song he was playing.
Oh yeah, I mean, I caught on to it real quick. Oh, you talking about when he was in his room?
Yeah, when he was in his yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I thought that was cool. Like right on, right, Ride the Lightning. Right, it's about the right time period. It was '85, right?
Of course. But there are going to be like say a ton of those like say people who like hate like say Metallica's earlier albums cuz
Yeah, yeah, they're idiots, is
oh
what they
god.
are. Like anything Black Album and prior is amazing. Anything post Black Album is shit. That's how I gauge Metallica.
Yeah.
How do you look at it?
I mean, I understand like say why people hate like say their older albums, but I honestly just like them all.
I mean,
But I
here's the
lean
thing.
towards like say the towards like the Black Album and like the next few albums. But
What was the next album after the Black Album?
I forgot.
Well, it's a
That's
good
why I
thing
got
you're
a
really into
phone.
them, Greg.
Yeah. I mean no, cause
Way, way to back your opinion there, buddy.
because I've heard of them like when I was like
Look,
or really when I was like 12 or something, and then like then after that I went to like Pink Floyd, and for some reason Pink Floyd stick to me. Then
good for you.
I went to
You recognized actual talented musicians. Good for you.
yes, of course we always talk about it. Then like for some reason I went to the Velvet Underground, and then like didn't stick to them like I had this thing for like say sticking to like say a band, and then like say not like say coming back to them until like a few years later.
Um,
It's a weird
no.
dynamic I use.
No,
Like
I mean it's normal. Like I'll come back and forth to like all of Eminem stuff, and then I'll leave. I'll come back to it again. Like I'm actually starting to actually like the new. Like I killed it the last show. I know. I think I played it at the end for Christian, and actually it was like at that moment I was like, wait, this is actually kind of good. This is actually kind of good.
yeah,
Hmm, I
like
might eat my words here, but the thing is, literally since I would say, um, not Marshall Mathers LP, not the one after that, but the one after that. That's when I started noticing a trend with his shit. Where when it came out, you're like, oh my god, what the fuck is this? And then a week later, you're like, this is brilliant. It's one of those things where it grows on you. You know,
yeah,
it's almost like Linkin Park, but I was accepting of Linkin Park changing their sound a lot towards the end there. I liked it. The last album was Chester's best, just just best he could have ever been, and it's a shame. It's a real shame.
it really is.
One More Light is amazing from beginning to end. I didn't really like that one song too much, uh, where they had those three cameos. It's that on YouTube they're playing basketball or something. What was that called? Uh, doesn't matter. But like Battle Symphony is about the best one on there. One More Light's just fucking amazing. Look, being a musician, it's really, really hard to sing and play without a beat of a drum or anything. All right, and they pulled it off. Is amazing. And Chester's voice has never been that good before than One More Light. And the whole album, Chester was amazing. He wasn't screaming, you know, not a lot of rap from Mike because Mike was more into, you know, broadening his musical talent, which he really broadened it, didn't he? When you can play the piano as well as that, you can really start to stretch your legs into different things, you know?
I mean, yes, of course. Like once you try, like say, a brand new instrument, I mean, it just opens
Put
more doors to you.
yeah, put it this way. Um, you know how a lot of Linkin Park fans after Thousand Suns came out and I believe it was excuse me, Living Things, I think it was. Um, hold on, I got it right here. Yeah, there was a lot of fans that were complaining about the band changing the sound, right? We want the old Linkin Park sound back, right? Because we want to just hear more of the same, I guess. You know, don't let the band grow any, guys. You know, I mean, Pink Floyd changed their sound every CD they did, and
So
it
did
was all
David.
great.
I mean, yes, and so did David Bowie, and so did Todd Rundgren. Even though like he didn't really like say got that mainstream, but I
I
agree.
mean, The Beatles managed to do it in 5 years.
Of course, yes.
I mean, they managed to change their sound from, their first album to their last album is, wow, what a change, honestly. And literally like Oasis right now, or if the Liam brothers could just, or if the Gallagher brothers could just get along, you know, the music that they can make is what the Beatles could be, but 10 times that if John Lennon was never killed.
Of course.
That fucking selfish prick who killed him, that goddamn asshole. You got his autograph, dude. He was nice to you, for Christ's sake. I mean, Jesus. I remember I think we made a joke about it the first time Phoenix was ever on, and Pez was on, and Phoenix like, whatever stopped that? And I was like, a bullet, something like that. Oh man.
Oh man, that's creepy. Cause I actually got like say the book Catcher in the Rye today, but I'm obviously not gonna be killing people just because I read like say the book like say once. Nah, the guy was like say freaking out of his mind.
Who wrote that again?
Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah.
J.D. Salinger, or what I would often call J.D. Salad Fingers.
Salad fingers.
By the way, they're actually making David Firth, who made that whole series, is making it an 11th one.
What, Catcher on the Rye?
No, the 11th episode of Salad Fingers.
I don't know anything about it.
Oh, you should definitely check that out on the internet. You'll be creeped out.
You know what I've been listening to and I can't stop listening to it? These YouTube videos of search and rescue stories.
Search and
Have you
rescue.
come? Yeah, I came across this very weird genre of YouTube videos. Very creepy shit. Very creepy shit.
Are we talking about like say some cartoon shit or?
No, 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 no. This is actual um, uh, written eyewitness accounts of actual search and rescue personnel for national parks in the United States and abroad.
And a lot of big YouTubers seem to be like on this like Mr. Creepypasta. Oh shit!
Wait,
Like he wrote
wait,
so
who?
many. Mr. Creepypasta.
Such a weird name. Okay, is it fiction or nonfiction?
I don't even know.
Well, how does he present it?
Um, like on like what I'm looking right now is a scary faces and like say letters that make things look creepy. Let's check another one. Same thing, like say a creepy face and like some fringe letterings.
Oh, he's a painter?
Either that or he copy paste like say some internet shit.
Okay, there's a lot of YouTube videos that do that,
Oh,
where they'll just use just really eerie pictures of shit while they're telling a story, but the story and the picture was never meant to be together. But whoever made the YouTube video, because I noticed that the stories that are being read or said or whatever, or read pretty much, yeah, because they're being read, um, are from like blogs, from Reddit, from different sites that people would go to and type stories out, and then, you know what I mean, like a blog,
yeah.
right? But like a blog site, so to speak, and that's where all these stories from these search and rescue guys, because let's face it, I mean, you know, your task is the child's missing, they call you to find her, you don't find her, right?
Right.
Or you do find her and it's fucked up. You know? Nothing more horrible than, a deceased child, right?
Oh,
You got the
definitely.
mother and father going nuts. The kids just, you see some horrific shit, right? It It starts to fuck with you. So people write it down to deal with it. And that's where all these stories come from. But when you start to read the stories, they don't make sense. Like, um, you would have to, I would have to play you some for to even get, like, put it this way. There's many different stories from many different people that, uh, about these stairwells
Yeah.
that would be in your house, but 40 miles deep into the wilderness of nothingness. And these search and rescue guys, when they're looking for a missing hiker, kid, what have you, whoever they're looking for, um, people don't realize how dangerous this earth really is. You know, people are so blind to how dangerous it could really be. You know, you being out in the woods for a few days, you'll die. You know, just because we're we're just fragile people, and we don't have the wherewithal to know how to survive out there unless you're taught that. But if you're not taught that, I mean, you're only taught things you need to know, right?
Of course.
I mean,
Yeah.
some people learn it because they're into it, but if you're not into it, why would you learn it? So then, if you end up in that situation, you're going to die. You know, it, Greg, if I placed you 100 miles in from either direction in the middle of the goddamn woods, right, and it's wintertime, do you think you'd survive?
No, I would be trying to find like a box full of like rotten Egos.
They're not rotten because she was going right there to get them. But hey,
Yeah, but
and
I
an
wouldn't be
Eggo
able to
can.
find them.
No, you wouldn't, and you'd die trying.
Yes.
You know how you'd fall, you'd hurt yourself, you wouldn't be able to walk.
Nah, I would actually get into a bear trap.
That's a myth. There's not bear traps all over the damn place. This isn't Vietnam. Like there's mines everywhere, dude. And then they seem to be, doing just fine. I mean,
Well, I mean that's because they have like say most of them contained.
you think so, huh?
I mean not contained, but I mean they know where they are.
No, they don't. Especially not now. You know how many years have gone by, and like the overgrowth of vegetation over top of them. They don't know where these things are.
Oh Lord.
The North. It's not like the North Vietnamese let them know where they put them.
Oh yeah. You know what? Speaking about Vietnam, they had this like really, you know, the military can really be fucked up. Because I heard like say the sound recordings of like them imitating ghosts and like holy shit, like you have to look this up on YouTube, like Vietnam, like say ghost calls from the U.S. military, and like that shit is so creepy. Like it'll probably like say keep you like say awake like say probably all night.
Like yeah, they have a lot of compilations of that shit, man.
Oh Lord,
Um,
yeah.
like and just like creepy stories in general. Like they have compilations of that where people will read these stories that people write down, and it's just a big long compilation. It never stops, and it's got like eerie music constantly playing and shit. And you have different narrators, you know. Like I remember the one story, for example. But see, here's the thing. Um, these YouTubers, they need to get like a female to narrate if it's a female narrator, because I'll be listening to a story and then I don't know, like it's almost done, and I realized the whole time I was hearing what a woman wrote down, but it's a guy talking. See what I mean? I'm just like, wait, what? Like your husband? So you're a gay couple? Oh no, it was just a woman, and you're reading it, and you're a guy. That's kind of odd.
Well, I mean, there's been like a lot of men that portrayed women.
Oh yeah, there's one in Dark. Well, briefly, very briefly,
Yeah,
but
that and
not
Final Fantasy as well.
uh never got into the Final Fantasies.
Yeah,
I'm not a big RPG. Is it a role play game, right?
yeah, it's a
Uh,
role play game.
yeah, I'm not a. See, I don't have much of imagination, and I need like God of War is more my speed. I need to know where I'm going and keep going that way. You know, I need to be constantly in doing something. But that searching around shit, I don't have time for that. I remember like the first game that really that I liked playing, but used to drive me nuts is I would spend 6 hours in Metroid Prime trying to fucking do something that I don't know what I'm supposed to do, and then when I find it out,
Oh shit, that
I'm
shit
like,
is
oh
annoying.
yeah, and it's just like I've been running through the same scenery over and over and over, and it's like I just wasted six hours of my life to do that just to get into another room that leads to another bunch of rooms that I'm going to go over and over again. You can keep it. But I mean, like I mean, I grabbed Assassin's Creed Origins the other day for the first Assassin's Creed game I ever bought, and I did not like it at all. I just didn't care, you know. Uh,
Because it was like say mostly free world.
well, the reason I got it is they said that there was a mode in there where you could just walk around ancient Egypt as it was back then and just basically like you're on vacation sightseeing almost, you know? You go to the pyramids, you go here, you go there. But when I started playing the game, I didn't find that mode anywhere. So I don't know, did you have to get far enough into the game to where you can do that? I don't know. Either way, I wasn't getting there.
Right.
It is what it is. Um, but yeah, like this one story was like, where was it? Oh yeah, um, I found out it was a girl at the very end, but it was a guy talking, and it was set up where uh, she saw an ad on Craigslist that said a cat, needs somebody to feed the cat once a day, blah 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 blah. And the stipulation was the guy's name was Bob. He sent her the address, told her how much she would get paid a week, $200 to feed some cats. That's easy money. The stipulation was you had to come at 10 a.m. You had to be out by 10:10 a.m. Plenty of time to feed damn cats. When you walk in, my parents will be in the recliners, you know, just you know, basically staring away, like just staring at nothing in the living room. Apparently, like there was a TV there, but it was never on. They were never really moving. They were just there sitting. They would never acknowledge she was there, right? And she was like whatever. She said it creeped her out at first, but eventually she just got over that and just became commonplace, I guess. So, but she was never late either, right? So she'd feed the cats, and then every Tuesday there'd be $200 in 20s on the kitchen table for her. And she did this for 3 months, right? Well, I guess it took her 3 months to be late. And she wasn't like really late. She got there at 10:05 or something, right? As soon as she um, walks into the door, the parents that were sitting on the two recliners, they're standing up and they're just staring at her as soon as she walks in the door. It startled her a little bit, right? Because they didn't react to her again, but they're staring at her. But they're not reacting to her. You know what I mean?
Right.
So she's like,
Yeah.
so that's odd. So then she went into the kitchen to feed the cats. She feeds the cats, and when she gets up and turns around, there they are again in the kitchen now, staring at her, right? So she like she thinks this door is like a back door, but it's the door down to the basement, right? So it gets even better, right? so she she runs down the stairs. She falls. She gets back up. She looks up the flight of stairs on the landing, and the two parents are there, staring at her again, right? So she apparently there's no light in the house. There's no light in the basement. Um, her phone won't. She was using her phone to illuminate where she was going, right? Um, and she's trying to unlock the. I guess there was like windows up top. You know how basements have like those little storm windows, I guess.
Yeah.
There's cutouts there. Well, she was trying to see if they were open, but they weren't. And then she felt like somebody right behind her, so she turns around, and there they are, staring right at her again. Didn't hear him come down the steps or nothing. Um, she she like runs and starts screaming because then she just totally panics, right? She said she trips over something and her phone went flying, right? She doesn't know what she tripped over, but it felt soft or whatever. But she didn't care. She got up, she ran, she picked up her phone. She ran out the house. She called the cops, right? Cops came. Cops went in the house, right? And they found that the two parents and the guy Bob, who she met, and he told her what to do the first day, and she never seen him since. They've been dead for months in the house.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, pretty crazy. So, but literally, then the cop came out, and he said it's okay, and then he said like Laura or something, and I went, it was a girl, because the whole time a dude's narrating it. But I've been on this rabbit hole of YouTube videos of that shit, and I can't stop listening to it. It's keeping me up at night.
Hey man, that's cool. I mean, because you do. I mean, because you definitely need like say some new things to like say listen to.
Oh, I always find new stuff. I mean, that was kind of the inspiration behind the podcast was to find new stuff to listen to because, I mean, I guess you do get bored of the same old all the time. I mean, that's why we try to change up ICP every once in a while. We try not to get stale. Um, with the holiday break, it was a good time to just kind of take a step back.
Now,
Um,
would you have an interview with let me look at his name, Mark Plord?
who?
That's what everybody's been wanting to know. Who? Um, he's some guy who somehow like say hacked like the Champ Car website, and for some reason like it's been confusing people like that Champ Car is still alive and is still running like say races and like international races after the 2008 season. Like apparently he made himself champion for like 2008, 2009, 2010, and 2011. Apparently Simon Pagenaud was the Champ Car champion for 2012. 2013 was Robert Dornbos. 2014, I'm looking at this on Reddit. I think it's a parody shit,
Yeah, yeah.
but but
But
the whole
hey,
thing right here is that like for a long time he kept like say that Champ Car website and kept calling himself champion or a race winner, even though if you look at his picture he looks like a GT driver for PWC GTS.
that's strange. So somebody hacked it, like they have nothing better to do?
Like apparently so. Like after Champ Car folded, like he somehow like say he either hacked that website or he made like another website.
Look, I know exactly when Champ Car folded is when I came back.
Of course, but for some reason he kept it alive, and people are all.
Why? Why would you keep that alive? It was never, it should have never existed in the fucking first place.
I guess he was like a really a card heavy guy. I mean, like apparently, they actually tried interviewing like say drivers like say about like say this whole phenomenon, and they're like baffled at like what the fuck is going on. Like I know like one interview with Aurelio Serbia where like he was like looking at like say this reporter like with steaming turds hanging out of his mouth, like wondering like say how on earth like say did he win like say some race in Cleveland, even though Cleveland was like long gone.
Yeah, the last time they raced in Cleveland was like in the 90s,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
uh, no one like when Champ Car folded.
Oh, right. It was like '06, '07.
Yeah, but in this guy's world, like say he's thinking like this thing existed until like 2016.
I guess there's rings around his planet.
Yeah, and also like and also the races are broadcast on Spike and Speed.
Ah, well, they don't exist anymore.
Um, well Spike,
Sadly.
well Spike is about to go, but of course we lost
Does
Speed.
Spike still exist?
Yeah, they still exist until like next year when they become Paramount.
T- I weren't they supposed to be TV for real men?
Not anymore.
I mean, didn't they advertise themselves like that?
They
I
did.
think at one point.
Yeah, they did. They had like they actually had going back earlier to what we talked about TNA. They actually had like South African show.
That's funny.
Yeah, and they also had like say Mansers and like 1,001 Ways to Die.
1001 Ways to Die. It sounds like a YouTube video. Yeah, Stairs in the Woods. It's so weird, man. They have pictures of them and everything, and and it's funny like, and they would say like, yeah, and wherever you saw the stairs, you'd never go up them. And then finally a story came through where one of the vets, they used to call them, they would call these guys vets, like these search and rescue guys who've been doing it for a long, long time, right?
Yeah,
Um, this retired vet talked to the guy that was writing the stories, and um, he would talk to other people and write down their stories and everything. Um, I gotta play one just for you to get a feel for what I'm talking about, honestly, because otherwise it's gonna drive me nuts. Because I'm talking about something that probably most people don't even know what the hell. Hold on.
As my trainer and I are headed.
Okay. Um, I don't know, like, what kind of YouTube videos do you like to normally like go after?
um, sometimes I'll go like say with like I barely do YouTube now. I mean, watch YouTube now, yeah, just because of like say how everything's been, just because of how shit went. Recently I've been like say looking up Philip DeFranco. I don't even know
What's
why.
that?
Um, he's just some guy that's talking about like say the news, like an unbiased news, to make it clear.
Kind of like, well, to be honest with you, like World News, BBC, and all that, like, they're not actually that. They're not that manipulative. They're not that biased, or the, you almost find out more about what goes on here from BBC than you do from Fox. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Just a couple of other things that I do watch. A lot of anime. I mean, no, like a lot of animated, not animated, but like movie. No, let me clear myself. YouTube videos about like say animation and cartoons. Like I always watch that. For some reason, I've somehow like say managed to like say look up like say mousetrap videos. I don't even know why.
Mousetrap?
Yeah, because apparently there's
Eh,
like a million and one like say um mousetraps.
Is that why there's always that joke, you build the better mousetrap?
Yeah,
I never thought about it that way.
and they're still making new ones to this day.
Well, I mean, the ones I come across a lot are in the shop, right? So they're just this metal box. They enter, they can't exit.
Yeah,
Simple.
that or like the Tom and Jerry trap.
What, the snapper?
Yeah, the snapper.
Well, I mean, what do you watch? Do you watch videos of the rats actually getting killed? What are you watching?
Um,
Or are you just watching the device and how it works?
a little bit of both.
It's a bit morbid.
Well, yeah. I had like say this really weird. Yeah. I had this like weird.
Indeed, Frank, it is.
It is. No, because I got like say stunned a little bit like when I was like when I used to work at Target and got a fucking like damn like I'm glad I left that store because goddamn has Target gone down the fucking shitter.
Oh, Target's about to be bankrupt as shit.
I hope so.
Oh,
And
no,
I'm
dude,
sorry for like
they're
say
closing 70% of their stores. They're closing within the next 3 years.
of course. And I'm sorry for like say anybody who's listening to me like say and I used to be like say your coworker or whatever the fuck. But you know it like fuck that
Yeah.
store. Um
It's like I'm not saying anything you guys don't know.
yeah. But yeah, like I got started
Look,
by like
look,
say a bunch of rats and then like that's how I ended up like say watching these fucking videos about rat chats.
what was the Target you working infested with rats?
Yeah, because the mall we worked at renovated except for the Target. So that means all like say the rats somehow
They
managed,
fleed.
yeah, they fleed into the Target, which wasn't like say repaired, or the Macy's that wasn't even repaired as well. But there's nothing on Macy's except for clothing. So like, why the fuck would the rats like say stand there? So they all went to like say fucking Target to like chew up like say like any of like say the candy that's being spilled or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. But I
Well,
mean, other than like say mousetrap videos, I also look up some.
I gotta be honest, Greg. That's a weird ass. Now that's a subgenre of YouTube videos I didn't even think existed.
Well, there's only one guy that's making it.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
he's got the corner, the market cornered.
Yes. Somebody else comes.
Hey,
Of course, there's also
there
like
you go.
racing videos.
Not for nothing, Greg. I think you just stumbled across something, buddy. If there's only one guy doing it, that means there's room. But hey, I mean,
No,
let's
I ain't
see.
going near
Uh,
disease.
I mean, I like my entrance into YouTube land was Game of Thrones. It still is, because I can't read those fucking books. They're hard to read, man. But they can read them and they can interpret them and break them down and everything else with visuals and everything, and that's cool. I'm good with that. So that's how I learned a lot about it all and shit. But there's only so much of that I can listen to, and then I branch into other things. I don't even know how I got onto this whole search and rescue stories. I don't know how it happened. It just popped up, some algorithm in YouTube.
Cool.
but I did find one of the videos that's kind of short about the stairs. It's a little bit weird, but I don't know. Let's just see where this goes. I don't even know how long we've been recording for. I don't care really.
So
But
have you actually seen any like say motorsports video like say?
do I watch motorsports videos?
Yeah, like say like what David Land does.
Mm, uh, I watch David Lamb because I respect his stances that he takes, although I do not agree with them
Of course,
most of the time.
everybody has an opinion.
No, but I like his opinions because at least he's just not fuck this, fuck that, this sucks, that sucks.
Of course.
That's not him. He actually brings some logic to the table, and takes and but he doesn't take the unpopular uh, opinion just because it's the unpopular opinion to be different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like he will agree with a lot of things that a lot of people do agree with, you know, and then he'll give his reasons why. But when he's against something the mass majority is for, he does give some compelling arguments, and that's why I had him on the one time. And to be honest with you, I've been meaning to get a hold of him for maybe like 3 months now. I've been meaning to get a hold of him, but you know,
I mean, because his channel has been growing like a lot.
yeah, and that's because he's genuine. You know what I mean? And that's why I had him on because again, I might not agree with what you're saying, sir, but I respect your right to say it, and it's interesting.
I mean, yes, it's very similar to like this other channel, Empty Box, who does like um just like say sim racing videos. Like whenever like say I saw him like say the video of like say Sim Raceway, which he took down, like there were so many things, there were so many points that like I would agree on, even though like say I love like say fucking Sim Raceway, and now it's like a dead horse right now. But I kind of agreed with what he said, and like just this year, like say I subscribed to him, and he also did like say this 5-part series about like say the whole like say IndyCar split, and then like it's like really fucking interesting because there's like so many things that I haven't even learned.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many moving parts to how that happened and what went down and all that I don't even know it, and I don't care. I just know what the final outcome was, and the final outcome disgusted me so bad that I didn't want to even know or care why, because the why doesn't matter anymore at that point. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's kind of non. It, I mean, it's good to know now, I guess, because it's over with. It's done with. Thank God they got their head out of their asses. And this new car, Greg, mark my words, man. This new car is going to shake up IndyCar to its core right now. You know, there's a reason why drivers like Connor don't have a ride right now. You know, um, freaking, Will tested down in Sebring, right? Just like last week or so.
Yeah.
Uh,
And like there's so many like say drivers saying that they want to jump onto IndyCar.
yeah. I mean, Formula One drivers, the most, come on, Fernando Alonso, the most popular driver in the god freaking world, comes over here, you know, because he's just done with the whole Formula One formula of racing of how they do it. It's bullshit. It's like IndyCar, it's the driver. It's about the driver, right? It's
Right.
about the racing and the drivers. So I can't stand the whole spec racing. Like and I David was on, right? And I formulated this very well. And he actually almost came around, I think. I think I remember this. Do you remember this?
Kind of. I mean, like you were kind of like giving your side, like say really well
See, here's the thing with spec racing.
but I have to look at that episode again because like I was like, because this was like after like say the Texas race, and I was like extremely pissed like say at that race like
I was mad at the Phoenix race.
uh, I was a little bit pissed, but like I was like, you know what, like it has happened before. Like I hope they fix it. I mean, no, but I mean,
It's
like they're obviously gonna fix
it's
it, but
oh yeah. Well, this new car is going to fix all that. This new car is going to demand that team owners finally get the best drivers in the world in these cars because the only way you're going to be able to create a baseline setup with these new cars and start to get because this first season is going to be a huge data crunch, a huge data collect. It's just going to be like flying in from everywhere. Penske, the big teams people think are going to like benefit. No, they're not. They're going to suffer more because Penske's got three drivers who drive three entirely different styles of driving, and they come from three entire different backgrounds of racing. You know, you got Newgarden, who, you know, he's got his own driving style to himself. Plus, he was brought up in pretty much the American way of racing, which is different from everywhere else, right?
Yeah.
Then you got Pagano, who grew up in the Formula One world, right? Of, that kind of racing, which is, it's more the car, not you. You're told what the car can do. As long as you do that in the car, then you're doing good. But your team's not as rich as that other team, so you'll never win. So just hit this number and we'll be happy. That's boring. Okay? And then there's the Australian way of racing, which is almost a mixture of both, right?
Have you seen that last race of
Last
supercars?
race. No.
You have to.
What? Surface Paradise?
No, like they had this brand new race. They had this brand new street circuit at Newcastle, and like that race was just fucking awesome. Like it was down to the wire with the championship. Like
Oh yeah, dude. Supercars is awesome. I mean, like the Australians know how to build a road course, man. Not for nothing, but there's this one track. I don't know where it is, but I remember watching it on Speed when it was around. They're nose to tail on a road course, right? Balls to the wall, man. And that's some hardcore racing right there. But the way they built the track is the track's on almost like maybe a 20-degree climb, but a very large climb, and the stands are at the bottom, you know? So you get to see the entire road course in front of you. You see what I'm saying? So it's almost like how can I put this? Like
we're not talking
almost like
about
an amp.
Bathurst, right?
Might be. I don't know. I don't know the name of
Like,
it.
is it really long?
No, it's pretty compact.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's like like just picture yourself sitting at the bottom of not a very large mountain, but a pretty decent hill. But it's not very steep. It's gradual,
Right.
right?
So,
And then they build the track into that side of the somewhat gradual hill, right? So no matter what part of the track they're on, you can see the part of the track. Instead of like tracks like here, where they're built into the contours of what would they have? Like Lime Rock's the perfect example. Lime Rock is so small, but again, can only see 2, 3 turns at the most, no matter where you go. See what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's what
I
I'm
mean, you
saying.
could have a Formula E race there, and they won't have a problem with it.
I would.
Of course. Um,
But hey, no racing on Sundays. That's stupid.
well, they
Can't believe
can,
they would.
since they sound like buses. I mean, no, since the decibels are like, say, that of a bus.
That's true. Very true. I mean, yeah, that's true.
I mean, the only
I just
problem
feel
is that the tire screeching.
Well, it's so small though. Like, there's too many cars. Well, being so there's 2 cars per driver, but that doesn't matter. Um,
So, do you like that, like, say, pic that I showed you of that new Formula E car?
would you send it to me?
It was like a few months ago, and like, say, you're freaking
Oh,
hoarder.
I didn't really. No, I didn't care for it much.
Yeah.
Formula E just hasn't grabbed me yet. I don't know why.
Like, no, like
Oh
I
well,
understand because like even like say the mayor of Montreal like say stated that the new mayor of Montreal stated that they wasted so much money and they got like no payoff for like say that like season finale.
no. Like these cities lose tons of money hosting these freaking races, man. Formula E is sanctioned. Fees are going through the freaking roof.
And of course they didn't go through like say a lot of like say shit that they have to do.
Oh yeah, I mean, I I want Baltimore to come back so bad. It was awesome, man. An indoor paddock, all air conditioned. It's great.
Yeah, but it's like a mix of like say so many things in Baltimore right now.
But yeah, but getting back to David, right?
Yeah,
I think what I said is like, yeah, IndyCar is more the driver, so that's exciting, right? This has been some of the most exciting racing since 2012 I've ever seen, right?
right. Yeah,
It's because of the drivers that we have. It's because of the personalities of them and everything, you know. And we finally got rid of that media cancer. You know, she went and destroyed another series, thankfully. Um, Point being is, if you don't want to if you don't want to watch IndyCar because you think it's spec racing and you don't want to watch spec racing, you want some variety and everything, go to Formula One. It's working so well there that you can't get further away from spec racing than Formula One. You got variety for days, don't you?
and I've said this to you. I mean, to you before, and probably somebody else would probably say that look at that look at like the new IMSA sports car series. Like right now, they're going to be having like say 20 cars in a field, but open wheel racing and like sports car racing is like a very huge difference. That's like the biggest thing that we have to point out.
It is a huge difference, but the fan base is the same.
Of
It
course,
really is. It's kind of like how dirt track racing and NASCAR racing kind of goes together for their fans. Open wheel racing and sports car racing goes hand in hand.
yeah. Well, they used to. I mean, with dirt and IndyCar.
Um, well, I guess because of the oval aspect, and IndyCar used to do a lot more ovals than they do now,
Yeah,
maybe. But that's because, and also IndyCar was the number one racing sport in this country then, and it's right now. I mean, if you take it as numbers go, I mean, there was a few races this year where IndyCar had better ratings than NASCAR did. They flip
and they
flopped.
had more fans.
Yep. I mean, Pocono. See, like people kill me with Pocono. Oh, that nobody showed up at Pocono. I'm like, you weren't there. You were sitting behind your TV. You can't tell. Like, I walk out of the media center and I look down the paddock and I can't walk through it, and it's humongous, and it's packed. Trust me. Every year it's been getting more and more and more.
Yeah, it's a
Like the
weird
Indy,
track to like say put cameras at. That's kind of like the big thing.
the front stretch is literally like 100 feet shy of a mile.
Yes.
That's a very long distance. It really is. When you're standing on pit lane and you know Elio tries to take off for his qualifying run and stalls it and everyone laughs at him, it's hysterical. But then he's mad, so they start him up and he burns rubber out of there, almost taking the the starter gun with him, right? Because he was embarrassed apparently.
Right.
And right as he gets to turn one and turns, you can barely make out it's actually whatever it is. You know it's an Indy car, but you have no idea who it is. If you just walked up and just seen that car turning left, you wouldn't know who that was. It's too far away, and you're standing at the exit of pit lane. That's how big the freaking place is. When we drive in to get to the media center parking lot, which the media center is directly behind um, Victory Circle, right?
Yeah.
And then right behind that is the parking lot. It takes us a 5 minute drive driving under turn two to park. That's how big the place is. Like it's insane.
No, and it also like say worries me too because there isn't like say that many like say racing series that would like go to that track just
See,
due
that's the
to
problem.
like yeah.
There is no supporting. Like they do have a road course in the middle of it, but you can't see it when there's an oval race going on because all the haulers are in the way.
Yeah, and like except for Indy Lights, the other two would have, let's say, a huge problem. Like,
See, the only way Indy Lights could race there is if they plug the computer in, and because an Indy Lights car can go just as fast an Indy car can go
I
if they
mean, they've
wanted
done
to.
it before.
Yeah, I know, and but the drivers aren't experienced enough to handle that kind of speed. It's too dangerous for them.
Yeah, I mean, because it's like much more dangerous than Indy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's dangerous as hell at Indy, and you're going to put an Indy Lights car? No way. Where all their downforce is focused on the top, and really maybe 15 to 20% tops is the under try. That was the whole problem with the push to pass. Nobody could get close enough to do it because you get close enough, you lose all grip. You know, because the wash that comes off of these IL-15s, even though they're beautiful looking, they really are. They handle like shit. From what I hear, that's what all the drivers say. Most drivers can't stand them. I
God.
mean, Shelby, we had Shelby on the one time. He didn't hold back at all. And that was funny that Shelby was on complaining that push to pass needed to be extended, and literally a week later they extended it. I'm not claiming you know that as a reason or anything. It's just coincidence.
Yeah.
Anyways, so this was a fun Christmas little special that we're doing here for Way Off Topic Radio. Um, I guess if we kind of kept that kind of talk, Greg, we could probably go throw on an ICP, but I can't.
Of course. But I would have actually wanted to talk to you about, like, say, a lot of Pink Floyd stuff.
Yeah, I mean, okay, real quick, we'll do 5 minutes of Pink Floyd, and then we'll get out of here with my personal favorite Pink Floyd song. All right. So, and uh, okay, best Pink Floyd album, go.
All right. This is gonna, like, say, be, like, say, this is gonna come out of left field. Obscured by Clouds.
Yeah, that's very left field.
Yes.
God, dude, was that 67? Is that Sid Barrett?
No.
Was that like the second album they
No,
released?
that was a Saucer Full of Secrets. This was
Okay.
this was either before or after Echoes.
Okay. What was the? Oh, was that the where the cover where it's like a farmhouse and they're kind of just sitting outside of it, but the camera is
No, that's
taking a picture from
Umaguma.
inside? Okay. No, it's not. That's not Umaguma.
Or are
It's
we
called
talking
something else.
about Adam Hart Mother?
That's it.
Okay, yeah.
Adam Hart Mother.
Um, no, it's like a no, like this is so hard to explain because like Echoes have the ear and like Obscured by Cloud is like a purple
Yeah, I
is a
mean,
purplish like swirl of like
hey, you're going way B-side on me.
okay um let
I
me
mean,
look
the
up the
entire album's B-side, dude.
yes let me look at the there we go.
Yeah, I'm
It
looking it
looks
up
like
right
a
now for
guy
you.
running through, but like the lens is like so focused hard, like you can barely see this fucking guy running. Like it was a studio album for like a French movie, which I didn't bother like seeing, even though I should.
Oh, okay. You're talking about the soundtrack album that they did. That
Yes.
wasn't The Wall. Like they did a soundtrack album, and then they did,
Well, they did a shit ton.
and
They did a shit ton of them.
yeah, they did. No, Adam Hart Mother was with the cow on the front.
Yeah.
The one I was talking about was where they were just kind of sitting around.
Where they
Trying
were
to think.
sitting around and like it has like that weird like it has like say a mirror where like They sit around
Yeah,
in like a
there's a
different
mirror.
place. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Umaguma.
there's a mirror.
Or I don't think
Is it?
that is. Okay,
I don't think
since I'm
so.
on Wikipedia, let me look. Let me just check. This is gonna take a few
Okay.
seconds. Look up
Why would they go to
Umaguma. Yes, it
iTunes?
is.
Why would they have it? Is it
Yes,
Umaguma?
it's
Okay.
Umaguma.
I think, but yeah, I think maybe I thought the song maybe that they always play off of that, or you always get on YouTube. It's not called that. Um, and there's only like 4 songs on the whole CD, I think, but they're very long, which is typical Pink Floyd, really. I mean, Animals only has like 5 songs on it.
I mean,
Okay. Well, how about uh, more what people might know?
okay, so what people might know,
I mean, yeah, like that. I do like. I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan, and that is real deep, dude. You know, I mean, I know Sid Barrett. I know a lot, but there is some stuff that they've done that I just wasn't alive for, and it's so freaking left field that,
this is how
and I
deep.
probably
This is how deep I
wow.
got in the product. Like since I don't know, 13 years old.
What grade would that be?
13, I don't even know.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out. I'm not good with like ages and shit, but yeah, I remember it was like 5th grade '94 is when I. Well, I mean, I was into him before then, but when I seen him in concert, that's when I started playing guitar and all
Yeah.
because David Gilmour.
So for the
And
more,
but
yeah.
and even though I love Pink Floyd, I don't know if you're this way, but I hate Roger Waters solo shit. I hate David Gilmour solo shit. Uh, Richard Wright did 2 albums, I think, solo. I didn't like at all. I don't know. Did you like any of their solo stuff? Endless River was okay because of David Gilmour and his solos. It just is good, just the guitar that is in it, but the lyrics are garbage, and that's because his fucking wife writes them.
Yeah. No, I
But
was,
anyway,
I
I'm
was,
sorry.
I mean, I find it okay because, they were going to make a last album soon. It was either going to be like involving some of like Richard Wright's old work, or it was going to be like, it was going to be like Gilmore, Mason, and Waters, or, the three of them would have like, say, used some of like, say, um, Mason's old work, but, Roger Waters had like a pretty like good reason why he didn't want to do that.
Oh, you mean right? Mason's still alive. It's the
Yeah, no, I'm
the
talking about like say some of like Richard Wright's old recordings. Yeah,
oh right, okay. No, yeah, because you said Mason, that's all. I was like, what? No, he's still
yeah,
alive.
no, of course. Um,
Yeah,
of course,
great. Very, very, very underrated drummer. Not talked a lot about, but watch Live from Pompeii and tell me he's not great.
man, he's great. Plus,
He's
he's a
amazing.
racing fan.
Yes, he is.
Yep, competed at Le
So is
Mans
Roger
and
Waters.
like did like say a rally in Mexico.
It's the one thing that him and Roger Waters still do together.
Of course,
David Gilmour, not so much. No.
nah,
Yeah, I don't even think he owns a car.
no, he has a boat.
Yeah, that's amazing that the entire Division Bell album was recorded on that boat. When that documentary came out, Wish You Were Here, the documentary,
Yep.
and they were kind of following him around. I was like, no shit, get the fuck out of here. Really? I mean, did you like Division Bell?
I love it. But it wasn't like say compared to like
It's not my favorite.
no,
Yeah, no.
I would still listen to like Momentary Lapse of Reason more than Division Bell.
See, I would not. I hated that album.
I would
I
understand.
hated that album. Why?
I get it. I would get it. I would get why.
Oh, I mean, it's okay. You don't have to get it. But
I
I mean, to each his
mean,
own, really.
like,
You don't have to change your opinion on, anything. But I'm just saying, like, it had too much of an '80s sound to it. Like, it wasn't '80s, but it was,
yeah, no,
Um,
yeah, that's why, cause I understand why you wouldn't like it because you're not really like say
I
too
hate it.
'80s, but
I hate
I'm
'80s
so
music.
'80s, so like that's kind of like say the reason why. But I do love like say
And you're younger than me, ain't you?
yes,
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't get why you're '80s like that.
probably because my dad like had like a bootleg CD of like '80s songs or like '80s sounding songs, cause like Love Hurts from Nazareth sounds like something from the '80s, but it was like made in '70 something.
Love
Yes.
hurts. I had no idea what the band's name was.
Yeah, I'm kind of like say a pretty big music guy.
By the way, a big Pink Floyd exhibit going on in Rome.
Rome, New York, or Rome, Italy.
No, Italy in 2018.
Cool.
Right now it's in London.
Yeah.
Why is everything in London? There's a pink or there's a Twilight Zone play going on in London. Why? I upsets me.
Yeah. Well, that's America for you.
And it's funny, like a lot of people who don't know a lot about Pink Floyd but know a little bit, right? They all think Sid Barrett like OD'd like everybody else did back in the '60s.
Oh my God,
It's like no,
that irritates
it's like
me.
he died in 2003. You dope. Like he sort of lost his mind of all the acid back then, but he survived it.
Yeah, and he pretty much realized that this wasn't his life and like kind of scaled back a lot.
Yeah. I mean, and you think "Wish You Would Hear" would be as good as it was? Hey, baby, Missy's up. Say hi, Missy.
Hi, Missy.
So yeah, okay. Last question: do you think "Wish You Were Here" would be as good as it was if Sid Barrett didn't actually show the fuck up at the studio that day?
I think
You
it.
can feel the emotion in that song as they recorded it. That's because Sid Barrett was behind the glass watching them do it, and they wrote it for the motherfucker.
It would be different.
What do you mean? It is. Oh yeah. If he wasn't
Yeah,
there,
if he wasn't there.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you think, like it just worked, and that's why it's almost like maybe not mainstream legendary, but Pink Floyd fan
Like
legendary. Yeah.
their second
Like
popular
you
song,
can.
like I believe, "Welcome to the Machine" would have been like more better than like "Wish You Were Here."
Yeah, I mean, "Wish You Were Here" is a relatively very simple song, you know.
Yeah.
But it's what the song meant is really what drove it home, you know.
Yes.
Anyways,
Now, what about yours? I mean, your favorite?
oh, Echoes all
Echoes,
day.
of course.
Echoes. Uh, uh, I always forget the name of it, but how that one animator did that rabbit uh, cartoon to it. It's amazing.
I thought that was from
What is
I
it
thought that
called?
was from Animals.
No, they put it on Animals. No, they put it on Wish You Were Here, the remastered version. But it's from Echoes.
The rabbit sing?
No, it's an animator that took the song and just made this rabbit actor guy, and
Oh,
then
okay.
and then at the end the rabbit blew his head off. He killed himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty. It's literally like a 12-minute song.
Yeah, I have not seen
But
that like say until like say
uh,
you gave me the link.
yeah, but you saw it,
Yeah,
right?
I saw it. Like
Yeah, I mean, I like like Phoenix. He's a huge Phoenix Pink Floyd fan. He never saw it. I sent that to him. He was like, dude, that's the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Thank you. He's rarely serious, you know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Speaking of that, that's what we'll go out on. I think that's what we'll go out on.
Of course.
Yep.
And hopefully this
Great.
becomes the longest podcast ever on the show.
I have no idea. I don't have a timer on this new recorder. I guess we'll find out.
According to
'Cause
this phone, this call has happened like for 3 hours and 6 minutes.
I think it's close to
3 hours.
close to Christian last week. There was a lot to talk about with Christian, man, and we didn't even skim the surface of Christian. Trust me. He's an interesting dude, isn't he?
Oh, he is.
Did you buy his book yet?
I did. Like, I gave you that. I tweeted to you. Remember?
You did?
Yeah.
Did I answer back?
You retweeted, or if not, it was Missy who retweeted.
It could be. Yeah, we kind of share the load on that, man, because I work so goddamn much.
But yeah, like I was like hitting two birds with one stone, like with another podcast who had like an Amazon link that would.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I thought it would be like say a good idea for me to like buy his book and like support two podcasts and a driver.
That's awesome, man. That is awesome to hear. I'll let Christian know that, and I'm sure be extremely. I know for a fact he'll be extremely, just what's the word? Grateful, very grateful, man. Because if anybody deserves to, try to get to his dream, it's that man right there.
Definitely.
But I mean, you did read the book, you said?
I got the book, but I'm kind of like say, I've kind of like say stopped like say all my reading because like one, I have way too many books, and two, like I got this like novel that I have to do.
No, honestly, Greg, 2 hours tops, and you'll fly right through it. Literally, you won't be able to put it down. Maybe three, maybe three tops, but I'm telling you, you won't be able to put it down, man. And I don't read. I'm not a reader. I suck at reading. I can't pay attention with a shit. However, yeah, it's really good, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't put it down, and I am not a reader. I don't say that proudly. Trust me.
Of course.
I mean, Missy, she reads every day, all day. I mean, she loves it, dude. I just can't. I can't focus. I can't focus that long. It's not, I don't know, whatever. To each his own, really. But yeah, his book's the first book I ever actually read, and it was really good, dude. Really good. What am I looking for? Where the hell did history go? YouTube, please stop changing your app. Please. You're fucking me up.
They switch so much. You know what's annoying now? Like they have like see this screen. No, like whenever like say you look at a video, like from
all these pop-ups come up.
Well, not the pop-ups, but whenever you're looking at like the like vertically, like how you do like say with every other phone, like you'll like say like if you
I don't watch YouTube vertically.
Yeah, well, sometimes I do that like when I look at like say the comments or like whenever like say I'm looking at like some concert and I'm just skipping like say with different songs, but like if you move up on like say this thing like it'll like chop off like some of like say the portion of the video depending on like say the resolution.
Okay.
Yeah, so like if you're like if it's not like say full screen, no, like if it's like a square video, like if you scroll up like say you lose like say the bottom of it. But if it's able to like say fit like say on on like a phone or like a computer, like you won't have like say any problems with it.
Um. Okay. Oh, right. Like touch here, but and you touch it, nothing happens.
No, like if you,
It,
it's weird. Like you would have to like say look at a, you would have to like say use the phone and like say look at it vertically and like scroll up, but you would have to look like you would have to like say look at like a an old like an old television show because it's square and that's how it was made, like a freaking square, and like you would scroll up and like say lose like a portion of it. Like
um.
they try too hard like to like let's just summarize
Fit
this.
too much on screen.
Yeah,
Ah, I got you.
yeah. They're trying to
I got you.
like what they're essentially trying to do is like say make like the video bigger on your phone whenever you're looking at it like vertically, but they failed at it.
All right. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, why can I not get to this freaking video? It is so hard to navigate this fucking app anymore. Well, all right. Final words there, Greg.
Um.
Take her home, brother.
Welp. Um.
Because I don't know how to. I never know how to end this goddamn show.
You can always find me like at Lone
Yeah.
Wolf GAM on Twitter, at Lone Wolf GAM on Facebook. What other social media sites do I use? I have a YouTube account as well, but I barely use it because just this whole algorithm thing like kind of disgusts me. Um, I write a lot of shit
Oh yeah.
there. I do have a DeviantArt. I haven't used that like in a while, but I might go back to it at some point next year. But yeah, I post a lot of shit. A lot of rants, poetry, a lot of inside stuff I like to see on my new novel. A lot of art I've drew. A lot of selfies. So if you want to like say put praise to it, or if you want to bury me, go ahead, do your best.
What's up? Oh, what? I don't know. Check. I'm sorry, Missy's hand miming to me, but I still gotta talk to her. I don't. What? What the keys? They're not. They're in the car, I guess. I don't know. With a Jeep that's a push start, I tend not to grab the keys. I don't know.
She's grabbing the whip.
Yep. She's heading over to do opening presents with the with the youngins over at the sister's house.
Aw.
Yep. It's Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Ho ho ho.
That's what this whole show was about. Just hanging out, talking about whatever. Merry Christmas, there, Greg.
Merry Christmas to you, even though I don't believe in Christmas.
It's not about that.
It's about love.
Yeah, and really, man. I mean, to be honest, it's more of a farmer thing anyway, to celebrate harvest from the past year and hope for a good one for the next year.
Of course.
It used to be 12 days long, actually, before the Civil War. Not too many people know that.
Oh yeah. Like,
And in
here's another random.
1870.
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay, go ahead.
Here's like another random fact. According to like Vsauce, I believe, when Star Wars was out, that same year, the last person in France was executed via guillotine.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fun. That's a rare fun fact. Did they want to, or that's just what they were doing? I mean, because you know how you can kind of pick, you have like a menu of death here.
I have no idea. I mean, like that's what I've heard from Vsauce or whatever. Like, say that, whatever that channel I saw.
Wow. Okay. Holy shit! Isn't there a history fucking button on YouTube. Crying out loud. I am freaking out over here. Like, I can normally get right to this video whenever I want. Uh, unless I really want to get to it. Then why would I be able to? Love you. Merry Christmas, Missy.
Merry Christmas.
You want to say Merry Christmas to the muffin?
Merry Christmas. Greg.
Merry Christmas. Yes.
He went yes, Greg. You know he's Salvadorian? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah. Latin friend, right on. Where are you from there? Where you live? What's your address? No, I'm kidding.
No. I live. I just live in Northern Virginia. I was born in Silver Springs, but
What? Bobby.
Oh.
I'll see you when you get home.
Yeah. So
You better bring home food. I'm hungry. I'm kidding. It's a joke. What? I'm good.
Deep inside
I'm a
information.
bagel fan. You a bagel fan there, Greg?
yeah, I don't mind bagels.
Or if it doesn't have rice on it, you're not eating it.
Oh no, I don't.
That's a stereotype.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't care what.
I'm kidding.
Nah.
It's a joke. I finally found my goddamn Jesus Christ YouTube Red. Ah, Christ Almighty. Okay, Greg.
Yeah.
With it, it's Christmas. I invite you to stay and enjoy this fine song with me.
Perfect.
And everybody out there, if you're not a Pink Floyd fan, you should be. And you should be. So, if you're not, I don't know why you're not. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, there should be two things that you should learn from this. One, yes, you should be a Pink Floyd fan.
Yes.
Two, the most important one, because this is where the ego gets in, always eat a muffin. You can even cheat on your keto diet as well.
Hey, there's fat-free. You can even be a diabetic.
Of course.
That's right. I mean, your day could be a little bit better, no matter how bad it is, if you have just a muffin.
Of course.
There you go. Simple living, folks. Simple living. So on that, Merry Christmas, Greg.
Merry Christmas to you, Frank.
Thanks for coming on, buddy. Goddamn Bluetooth! Goddamn Bluetooth! This fucking Alienware! Ah! Sorry, guys. Okay, we're gonna start this over. All right. By the way, the song, let me preface it. You gotta be crazy, like me. I'm crazy as shit. Oh no, Missy turned the car on. My phone's connected to the Bluetooth of the car. She just drove away. No, she's still in the truck. Yeah, no.
So until she leaves,
No,
okay.
no. I just turned the Bluetooth off, I think. I'm in the. Oh my God, what is going on? What just happened? I don't even know. Either I just went deaf, or this thing doesn't work anymore.
You all right? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Okay. This is ridiculous. I can't believe this. Wow. You know, you have no idea how long it took me to find this freaking song. Oh my God, I'm so upset.
Did you lose it?
Oh, no, wait a minute. You know what? No, that's not it. Why is this not playing? This doesn't make any sense. Why is my phone not working? Okay, that's working. Now, you think if I plug this into the goddamn jack?
We can see.
Oh, there we go. Oh no.
What happened?
I think I broke it.
Oh my
It's
God.
just a broken ghetto speaker, everybody. Way off topic radio. You never know what's going to happen. It's either that or it's dead. Oh well.
Well,
Using the no, wait, it couldn't be dead. Couldn't be. Could it? I guess it could. I got charged. Yeah, I mean, some people use, I don't know, Rock Band, Garage Band, all that shit. You think I would know how to do that? No. I just play this into the microphone. Really. See what I mean? It it just stops.
just stops. That's
That's
strange.
so weird. I know. Welcome to technical difficulties on Wave Thunder.
Either that or YouTube shit on Way Off Topic Radio.
Oh, actually, they censored me for playing Eminem's Revival last week. I don't care. What are they gonna do? Get money out of something I don't make money off? This is for fun. It's called "You Gotta Be Crazy" live from 1975.
Sure.
And by the way, all Pink Floyd sounds better live. Sorry.
Of course.
So Greg, I think I'm speaking for. Oh yeah, the rabbits going into Vietnam, Greg.
And that's Vietnam for you. You're gonna go through shit.
Yeah, rabbits firing machine guns at you.
A rab?
I love this animation.
Yeah.
You gotta be crazy. One of my favorite parts of this song is coming up, man. Holy shit.
Oh.
Love it.
Definitely.
You know it's coming.
Yes, I do.
I'd love to find out who animated this and get him on the show. I really would. I have so many questions. The detail's insane. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Killing it, David. Now, you guys, if you want to watch this, best way to go to search Think Floyd is the channel. And it's You've Got to Be Crazy. 1975, April 26th. The animation is fucking phenomenal. Check it the fuck out, guys. And on that, we normally just do it like this. Greg?
Beep.
Oh, wait. Dave's still going. No, not yet.
Oh.
Still going. Can't disrespect Dave like that.
Of course.
Nothing hotter than stripping rabbit. Dirty for you. So true, so true. Peace. 2018.
Here we
Next time
go.
you hear me. See you, Greg.
See you.